on? C3 Panthers Podcast. This is Xavier Liga here. I just want to shout y'all out and say what's going on, man.
What's going on, C3? This is another edition of the C3 Friday Free-for-All, baby. The show for Panther fans by Panther fans. I'm your host, Cody Lashley. Welcoming you back on another Friday evening. To those of you just getting off work, who are choosing to spend your time with us, kick your feet up, crack open a cold one, enjoy. It's time for some top-tier Panther content, baby. If you would like to join the show, you may do so. I posted the link in the top comment of the YouTube chat and the Facebook chat. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. You already know my band of misfit legionnaires. You already know them. First up, it's Panther Pickle. Pickle, what's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? Are we rocking and rolling? It's another night. We're going to talk Panther football. It's up to you how long we talking.
That's right. Tonight we go as long as the conversation merits, baby. We got some stadium news. How old will everyone be in 2046 when the next rumored Panthers Stadium is set to be built in Charlotte? We have another potential signing at corner for the Panthers. Maybe we'll talk about that. We'll talk about my Clemson Tigers, the real Death Valley. Shout out, Jake. Are getting FanFest back again. So Clemson is retying that connection with the Carolina Panthers. And we got some updates to the practices, the amount of people that they're going to let in. We've got a big time show. And you know it wouldn't be a Friday free-for-all without the brand ambassador himself, my brother Don Diesel Scales. What's up, bro?
Howdy, C3 fans. Glad to be a part of this show this evening. Had to wear my cowboy hat for my man Xavier Leggett. He's a horse riding, six-shooter wearing, hog hunting, touchdown scoring, stiff arming, spiking the ball in the end zone, Xavier Leggett. And I'm excited about him as playing for these Carolina Panthers. And that's right. Let me get a woo for Excel. Shouting out the C3 Panthers Podcast, the longest running Panthers podcast. And we're glad to have all you Panthers fans with us here tonight. We're going to bring the energy and have a good time with our friend Excel and talk about these Carolina Panthers. Let's go, Cody.
Yes, sir. Let's go, man. Shout out to Xavier Leggett, who was cool enough to shout out the Panthers Podcast, C3 Panthers Podcast. Shout out to my boy Kev White Chocolate Espresso for making that happen. He went to a meet and greet in Charleston, South Carolina, and everybody said Xavier was the coolest. But I know another guy who is the coolest. He is also a Clemson fan. I'm happy every time I get to talk to him. It's my friend Trigger B. Smith. Trigger, what's up, dude?
What up, C3 fam? You already know what it is, man. It's a good Friday to talk football. Great Friday.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I'm happy to have you. We have a great show for everybody to jump in on the discussion on. And you know we're going to do it today with my man, Sean Boy 420. Sean, what up, bro?
Hey, man. How's everybody doing, y'all?
Oh, we're doing good, man. We're living our best life, man. It's a Friday. Time for a free-for-all, you know.
Yeah, good to see everybody, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Yeah, we appreciate having you. Everybody, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you have not done so already. Like my man AJ Brooks says, on that like button, baby. If you don't get the reference, I might play the video later. But anyway, let's do it, man. Let's jump in to another edition of the Friday Free-for-All. Gentlemen, they're saying there's going to be a new stadium for the Carolina Panthers in Charlotte, but it isn't set to begin, and that's if this proposes, until 2037, and isn't set to be finished until 2046, in which Bryce Young will be 44 years old at the time. My goodness.
He'll be retired.
Oh, man. Pickle,
hopefully
how old?
With a bunch of Super Bowl victories, but nonetheless.
Pickle, how old are you going to be in 2046?
I'm going to be 79 years old. I'm going to be almost 80 years old. You know what? This Pickle, hey, if I'm still alive. Now, my man Cole said if I'm alive, he gonna wheel my ass in there in the damn house. So I'm hoping that's the case. But Panther fans, let me tell you something. Would it not make better sense to you that we just go ahead and build a brand new stadium right now? Skip the wait around.
I mean, maybe so. I also looked it up. Our very own David Tepper would be 89 years old at the time of the completion of the second stadium.
Bad idea. I would sign that paper.
But just for some context, here I'll share this. So this is from WSOC. While the city of Charlotte is still weighing on spending hundreds of millions to renovate Bank of America Stadium, city leaders are looking at the next step a few decades down the line, a new stadium for the Carolina Panthers. Joe Bruno got the agenda for Monday's Charlotte City Council meeting, which he says the city is eyeing 2046 for a new stadium for the Panthers and Charlotte FC. Bryce Young will be 44 years old when that rolls around, if he is still in the NFL with the Panthers. According to the agenda, the city will start negotiating with Tepper Sports and Entertainment by April 1st, 2037. The new stadium would be located inside the city, the proposal says. A new funding source may be necessary for the new stadium. According to the deal, that could mean funding from the state. A source in the city told Bruno. The city says it will negotiate and use of hospitality funds for studies and analysis regarding the new stadium. This comes just before the council is set to vote on a $650 million proposal to upgrade Bank of America Stadium with new concourses, seats, and a park-like atmosphere outside the stadium. Boys, is this too far away to really even be considered news? I mean, do we like this, love this, indifferent? How do we even feel about this?
Go ahead.
It's like a big nothing burger.
I mean, there is absolutely. To be honest with you, and with all due respect, I don't know the city council's age, but half of them probably won't be there. 36. I mean,
Right.
that's 22 years away.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I saw somebody reply to the post, and their reply was real simple. There was like, okay, my newborn son will likely be entering college at that time. Yahoo, I guess. I mean, that's what that's 22 years away. For all we know, there could be a civil war in America and the whole thing go to pot.
Oh, dude, there could be a civil war, a nuclear war, a world war. Bro, every type of war is on the menu right now. Trigger, how you feeling about this, bro?
Right.
The only thing I get from it is the Panthers will be in Carolina at least until I'm old. You know
right.
Just eliminate the possibility of us relocating from the Carolinas. That's like all I get from it. Panthers ain't going nowhere no time soon. That's the only thing I take from it.
And that's pretty much what I was saying with the renovations. Like, they guaranteed that the team would be in Charlotte. So to me, that's the biggest selling point. As long as you have that, I'm fine. Like, this is so far away from me. Like, this timeline is so far away. But apparently there was a report that Tepper Sports and Entertainment gave to the Charlotte City Council that said the Bank of America Stadium as is not currently capable of being a decade and a half, or it's not capable of being a stadium that can go into a second half decade run like Lambeau or like Arrowhead. That is just not quite built that way. But they also said that they don't know how much this stadium would cost or how much the city would look to invest in the project. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is so far out. It's barely even worth reporting on. No one knows how much the stadium would cost. Nobody knows how much Tepper Sports and Entertainment would be on the books for, or how much the city of Charlotte would be in the books for.
Yeah, in reality, to be honest, and I don't see it happening, but in complete reality, the NFL may be the pot by then. They may be down to the revenue of the UFL. I mean, we don't. That's 22 years from now. We don't know. That's if I'm David Tepper, I'm not agreeing to this. If I'm David Tepper, I say, if you want a new stadium, just tell me that you'll only approve it if it's a new stadium, and we can go back to the drawing board.
But this is the Panthers that are putting this out, though, right? Like this is the deal that they want.
No. I believe that the city council is saying this.
You're right.
Is saying,
you're right.
We'll give you the money, but
city leaders.
Yeah, they're laying the groundwork here, right, for something down the road. That's not a bad thing for the Panthers, especially with that bill coming up. We need that $650 the Panthers do from the city. And maybe this is like a precursor to that, saying that that's going to get approved and we got big things in store as far as keeping the Panthers in Charlotte. That's kind of how I took it. And the other big thing, Cody, that you've expressed, and I don't know how many people understand it, is the fact they're talking about pulling the money from this fund, the fund that's already there, the fund that's already approved through 2060, the fund of the 1% tax on food and prepared food and beverage in Charlotte. That money, they're saying, you know what, we already got it. It's going to be here for a long time. This is how we plan to use it. First of all, we're going to help you, Tepper. We're going to help you renovate that old stadium that doesn't drain correctly and never has and should have been renovated 15 years ago. And then the other thing we're going to do, Tepper, is we're going to start laying the groundwork and the foundation and planting the ideas out there for the people of Charlotte and Mecklenburg County to see that we do intend on keeping the Panthers here and that we intend on building a brand new stadium for all the citizens to enjoy and participate in. That's what it felt like to me anyway. It seemed like a positive report coming out more than like a negative thing. I don't think, that this is a bad report at all. I think it's a positive thing for the Panthers, and maybe we're seeing some more cooperation between the Panthers and the city.
Yeah, that's a good point. You think maybe it's just an effort by the city of Charlotte to say, hey, this is something that we're already thinking about, But again, now that you're doing the renovations and you've already had people that were a part of the debate that were like not wanting to fund the stadium because David
you're always going to have those.
Yeah, right. And I'd have been playing on Tuesday the video of the woman who was like, it was good enough for Beyonce. Why isn't it good enough for everyone else? And it's like, it's not for Beyonce. It's for all the people that buy tickets to go and see Beyonce,
right.
But I just think that if you're putting
the timing of this, that's all.
I just think that if you're putting all the money that you're putting into it now to remodel it, and in 22 years you're going to tear it all down and build a new one. To me, it seems like a waste of money. Why not? Now, granted, I don't know that they're going to tear the old one down. I need to rephrase that. Maybe I don't. Maybe they're going to. Maybe it's ain't looked into. But if they're going to tear the one, if they're going to remodel it, spend at least $600 million something to remodel it, and then 22 years tear it down and build another one. Would it not make better sense just to
do it now?
Build another one now.
Yeah.
We might get a baseball team within the next 20 years, and maybe the baseball team plays at the old bank, and then the Panthers play at the new stadium. I mean, we don't know.
It's possible. It's possible. Yeah. You're right. It is possible. And like I said, I don't know that maybe the plan is not to tear it down. Maybe the plan is turn it over to the city, and while you build a different stadium.
I do know that Charlotte is the fastest growing city in all the Southeast. So again, there's lots of future renovations and buildings going up everywhere. Oh yeah, and listen, as somebody who lives literally right in the heart of uptown Charlotte, I mean, from the time that I moved in here where I'm at now to now, dude, it's night and day difference. Yeah. I mean, everything. Like the part that I live in is like a historic part of Charlotte, it's historic South End. And dude, now you had all these old businesses and buildings and that had been there since like the 30s and 40s, and now they're just gone. They're all giant apartment complexes and office buildings. Like this city has just morphed over the time that I've been here, which is a little over a decade now. I can only imagine what this behemoth is going to be like in 2046. Like that's wild. Man.
JJ is in the chat and he says, why it got to be 15 years though? And that's 22 years. But I agree with that. Why does it have to take Why do you have to wait that long? Or is it at least? I mean, I just think there's a lot of people wanting to add in stipulation on a plan, and they're not without meaning disrespect. Oh hell, I guess I do. Anyway, they don't seem like they have any idea or any knowledge on what they're talking about.
Yeah, Sean, how you feeling about this whole stadium thing, man? And how old will you be in 2046?
Good God, dude. I'm 32 right now. I'm about to be 32. I don't fucking know.
You're about to be 30.
I'll tell you in a minute.
No. So
But-
you'll be I'll tell you right now. You will be you'll be 54 years old.
Oh, nice.
54.
Hopefully
I
I'll be
remember
alive.
54.
But anyway, the whole
For the old guy.
22-year thing, like
What it is.
Yeah.
it's like a backup plan because they want to do these renovations and do all this stuff, but they have to have time to plan and build. Like, Cody, like right now, the city of Charlotte is not ready to build a brand new stadium, bro. It's not.
Cool.
Like, there's so much construction going on right now. Like, I've been there a couple of times in the last year.
Yeah.
And, like, there's always so much construction going on. Like, there's new stuff coming every day. Like you said.
Oh, you just go online and print one off. You don't need to go outside the country to get a blueprint. Just go online and
He's
print one off.
talking to the don't mind him, Sean. He's talking to the idiot in the chat.
Oh, shit.
Stay on chat, pickle. God
I
damn.
was like, what the fuck? But, no, I feel like 20 years from now, maybe, Charlotte will be ready for that. But right now, like, Cody, it's not, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's, like you just said, like, it is the fastest growing city in the southeast of the
Right.
United States, right?
Yeah.
Dude, it's not ready for that as much
It's growing,
stuff
but
is
it's just
going
not.
on.
It's not there yet. Like
Right,
a lot
and it
of
takes time,
people.
bro.
A lot of people were wondering, like, the current renovations that they want to get done by 2029. Why don't those renovations account for a retractable roof? Because a lot of people felt that if we had a closed roof on top of the stadium, that we would be able to host a Super Bowl, NCAA Final Four, all that good shit.
You can do that without a roof.
Well, true. But another thing that people don't also realize is they don't have Charlotte, not yet at least, doesn't have all the infrastructure to handle all the tourists that a Super Bowl would bring.
Right.
There's a lot of hotels, but there's not enough. There's not quite enough to be able to accommodate all of that stuff. I mean, again, all that stuff is here, but not in the right abundance that you would want to host a Super Bowl. But
it's still a small market.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But who knows what it'll be in the next 10 to 20 years. That's anyone's guess. Trey, did you have anything else you wanted to say on this before we moved on?
No, I'm like you, man. It's a lot about nothing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. No
So
doubt.
I do want to say one thing though.
Yeah.
I know a lot about how things take time, right? Work. If you'll let me pause my video here and you look at my background, it's a brick wall.
Yep.
I do masonry.
Nice.
Masonry.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So it takes time, bro.
Yeah,
It
it takes
fucking
time to
takes
build
time.
something good. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. I feel that, man. But listen, the Carolina Panthers made an announcement recently, really about all of their training camp goings-ons and how many people are going to be at training camp. But one of the things that we found out was that the Carolina Panthers are rekindling their connection with my Clemson Tigers, baby. Let's go.
I live 20
FanFest
minutes from there.
in Death Valley, baby.
Let's go. I'm so
Where you
hyped.
live?
I'm so freaking hyped, bro.
NFL football to the Carolinas. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. That dream comes
Here we go.
true this afternoon.
I know
the
him.
Carolina Panthers play their first regular season home game against
Best
the
announcer
St.
we
Louis
ever had.
Rams. Here we go. Here we go. All day, baby. All day.
All day long.
It's intercepted. No,
Mills with the interception. He could
Dan
go.
Mills,
He's at the
baby.
15.
Oh, no way!
5. Mills has a
Touchdown, Carolina Panthers.
Ain't that crazy that they did that same thing to the Giants?
I know.
That's crazy, right? Like literally like the same exact play, a flip, ooh, interception, run for a touchdown, and they win. Like back in what was it, the 80s or something?
Yeah.
One of the miracles in the Meadowlands.
Dude, let me tell you.
That's insane.
This
It
is
just hit me.
This makes me feel good. I don't know yet if I'll be able to make it. I tell you what, I'm definitely going to try if I can make it a point to get a few people to get out there with me that I've already got in mind. Man, I would love to do
I'm
this.
here.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you know I've
20 minutes from the stadium, bro.
Yeah, Trey, how far you stay from Death Valley?
I'm in Spartanburg, man, so I'm like an hour. Like I'm
Okay, so that's not terrible.
Yeah,
I'm a couple. Greenville, Anderson, I'm there.
I just need a ride.
100%. So, I mean, I've got, counting myself, I got 3 Clemson fans on the pod right now. But so
let's go.
Cool. But what do y'all think about the Panthers returning to Death Valley?
Let me say this.
Do your thing.
First of all, it's great that we actually doing that a winning place in South Carolina and not the godforsaken place in Columbia. I mean, that's the best place in the world to be on a college football Saturday for one. So it's a winning culture, beautiful stadium. It's back where it all started. I know Clemson's going to be very hospitable for the Panthers, but if we're going to have Fan Fest at Clemson, then damn it, we better start by drafting some Clemson guys.
I'm telling you, man.
I hope that's addressed when we get there.
Yeah, Dabo needs to pull aside Dan Morgan and say, look, you said you've been looking for some dogs. Well, let me tell you something. I got a few dogs. I got a couple of tigers. I got whatever you're looking for down here in Death Valley, man. Draft my players, baby.
If I may interrupt real quick. Shout out to Red Swarm. I believe Bryce is an upgrade to any quarterback from Clemson, so that's probably wrong.
Well, damn. I don't know how to feel about that, Pickle.
Damn,
I don't know.
No offense, man.
Should I feel
anybody from
insulted or
Clemson.
should I feel like happy about that? I don't know.
We've only had a couple.
We're hoping Bryce gets to where Trevor is.
Well, 1,000%. Yeah, like
we're hoping Bryce can do what Trevor did.
Yeah, 100%.
Either way, Trevor got paid.
Oh yeah, Trevor won the
Bryce get paid too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, does anyone have any? So also, this doesn't mean that there isn't going to be events here in Charlotte. In fact, there is still going to be a back together. I'll even pull it up here. They're still doing a big time event on the 27th here in Charlotte that will almost serve like a fan fest. So essentially, Charlotte will have its own version of fan fest. South Carolina will have their own version of Fan Fest. Now that you're moving training camp out of Spartanburg, you know, you're trying to continue to build upon that 2 states, 1 team. You have to do something for the state of South Carolina. And in my mind, this is the least they could do, you know?
Right.
Yeah, because you could realistically, before this Fan Fest in Clemson, you could realistically ask the question, is the motto 2 states, 1 team a lie? You can
before this
ask that
because there was nothing happening in South Carolina.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but
I really have no feelings whether it's in Clemson or Charlotte. It's on a Thursday, and for me to go, I'm going to have to take. Is it on a Thursday or a Saturday?
Thursday.
Okay. The fan fest are
Uh,
always on a Thursday.
Okay. Well, they used to be on Saturday. So for it to be on a Thursday, that means I'm going to have to take off Thursday and probably Friday. And then that's not counting driving down there. And that's just not something
right.
I can do.
And they only gave you a month and a half to plan for that too. So some people can't do
it's
that.
just not.
Yeah.
I just can't. I just can't do that. So
I can.
So it's a real relevant. And most of folks that unless you live in the middle of Charlotte, you can't go to the Fan Fest anyway. And you're taking away a lot of those who live in Charlotte who normally would attend will not attend.
Right.
Because
And now
I know one thing. My ass would be there with bells on, at least when it comes to all the events here in Charlotte. I mean, shit. Right. I mean, again, not everybody knows where I live. But if anybody knew where I live, y'all would know that it's literally in my backyard to go and see it.
You live right down the road from
that's
I do. So Sean, my next street over is South Mint Street. That's the street that the stadium's on.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah, I'm like
on Saturday on the back to Saturday. What was that? What's it called? Back to.
So it's
football.
No, hold on, what's it called?
It's back to football.
Back together Saturday. No, back together Saturday.
It's back.
It's basically Fan Fest for North Carolina.
Yeah, it's back together.
That's day one of training camp.
July 27th at 9:30.
Okay.
Is that day one of training camp or like the day before?
If y'all want to, we can organize a 5 a.m. wake up call on Cody's front yard.
Oh Lord, shut up, people.
Yeah, but 3 a.m. wake up call.
The first day of training camp is July 24th, and then the back together Saturday is July 27th. So yeah, and they are going to have joint practices here in Charlotte with the Jets again. Now, I also wanted to read this from Joe Person. As Panther spokesperson says, there will be a 2,000 person cap at the sessions at the practice fields. There will be both seating and standing areas. Back to football Saturday on July 27th will be at Bank of America Stadium. Panthers will have 15 training camp practices open to the public, including Fan Fest at Clemson. Free tickets. Limited of 4 for the Charlotte practices will be available via Ticketmaster July 9th. Yeah. There will be a set capacity, but the team is not saying what the number will be. I know we were discussing on the Tuesday show what they were going to do.
They set that capacity to 2,000 seat person. It says up in the Joe Person tweet.
Oh, right. That's right.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's first come, first serve. I think July 9th or July 7th is when you can buy tickets somewhere in there.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, if it's 2,000, you best be on that stick and get them, because unless you have a ticket, you're not getting in.
And it's
like that includes both standing and sitting. So
yeah, they are free. They are free though, so you just have to be literally right there, right? Like you got to be on time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And that's why a smaller limit 4 per person. You know, you can only get 4 of those tickets. They only have 2,000 spots, and those spots are literally where our indoor facility is going. Finally, the Carolina Panthers get an indoor facility. I'm telling y'all, man, it's a big deal for the Panthers to have this stuff going on, and it's under construction right now. And we're lucky that they're going to let the fans in at all. I was afraid that they weren't going to, but 15 practices for fans to attend is pretty good. Plus, we basically have 2 fan fests, like y'all were talking about. We get a fan fest for the South Carolina fans, which is named that Fan Fest. And of course, having it in Clemson is a celebration of that 30 seasons, you know, returning to our roots of where we started. And that's pretty cool. I like how they did that. And then the early morning when in Bank of America Stadium, I like the fact that they're doing it 9:30 in the morning, to be honest, before it gets too god-awful hot. I know by the time we end up going home, it will be hot, but starting early, it'll be a lot more comfortable out there. And for those tickets for Fan Fest and Back Together Saturday, fans are allowed to get up to 8. So you can get, it's a lot more than just the 4 for the training camp days.
Right.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. This will be the most Panthers training camp I'll be able to watch. Again, I think this is cool. Hey, listen, me and Tony, we have been talking. Expect an announcement soon on an official C3 get together around the end of July. We have to make that happen, boys. The C3 get together, bro. That is gonna happen. I'm telling you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that'll be a great time.
I am saving up 2 vacation days for that.
Yeah, there we go.
I might have to sleep in my truck. I might have to sleep in my truck in the parking lot somewhere, but I'm gonna go.
Man, I've been going to every training camp since '98. Man, it sucks that it's not in my hometown no more.
So you think you're gonna try and roll up to Charlotte and catch someone?
If I can. My tradition has always been every year I catch 3 practices. I catch the first practice, the first day of full pads, and the last day of practice every year.
Okay.
So yeah, if I can get to Charlotte, man, I'm definitely get to Charlotte. I'm like a skip and a hop from Charlotte too, but got this damn ankle monitor on, so hopefully it'll be off by then.
Yeah, hopefully, brother. Hey, free my man Trigger. Let him go. Let him go to training camp. Damn it.
Yeah, for real, bro.
But hey, man, listen. So this is our first real Panther football topic of tonight, right?
Right.
So we've all been talking about Stephon Gilmore for a long time. A lot of people wanted to sign him, and lately it seemed like that's kind of cooled off a little bit. Jadeveon Clowney said he was still recruiting him, which I do believe he is. But Mike K posted another option that could be possible for us. And gentlemen, I feel like I might like it more. Mike K said a name that could make sense for the Panthers at the cornerback position is Adoree Jackson if the team cannot sign Stephon Gilmore. One name that is still out there is Adoree Jackson, who has a first-round pedigree and notable return skills. Jackson will turn 29 in September, and he is likely looking for a prove-it deal. Given his age, though, it might make sense for a young, rebuilding squad like Carolina, which would give him the opportunity to start and potentially bounce back in a major role. Now, due to the fact that we know Stephon Gilmore is coming off of an ACL tear, getting a little bit older, I believe he's around my age, like 33, 34 years old. How did you feel about adding Adoree Jackson to the squad? And at this point, would you prefer him to a Stephon Gilmore? We'll start with Sean. Sean, I'll let you go first, man. You muted yourself.
My bad. I actually don't know anything about this guy, to be honest.
He was the first-round draft pick by the Tennessee Titans.
I mean, it'd be good.
I'll pull up his stats.
Yeah, no. Okay. If I can interrupt a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
He has a lot of injury issues.
Okay.
That's the reason why he struggled in Tennessee. He struggled, I think it's with the Giants. He struggled in both places with injuries. That's the reason why he's not signed right now.
Right.
He really, I mean, folks, he is an older version of Horn, but he's never got healthy.
Right.
Never where does he ever go? He's out every year. He's out every year. Mike McKay mentioned him a while back, right before the draft even. And I live in Tennessee and he was a Titan. I followed him a little bit then. So I thought, well, let me look him up to make sure that I'm right with what I'm thinking. I don't know that he's ever been healthy a complete season. So you bring him in at your own risk. My personal opinion, though, I don't know that it would be worth Carolina Panther fans to get excited just for him going IR shortly after he gets here. That's my
yeah.
Now, are you saying that you trust him more?
No, I know I do not trust him.
No, but I'm saying, I'm saying,
Gilmore?
Would you trust Stephon Gilmore more as a reliable option than Adoree Jackson?
To be honest with you, I guess I would trust Gilmore a little bit more.
Yeah,
but I mean, unless you tell me they have to start, then I'd be all right with it. Because I don't think neither, and that's no offense against either one of them, and they've got loads of talent. That's not the question.
Yeah.
But if the talent, all the talent in the world, if you can't stay on the field, it matters not.
Yeah. No, you're 100% correct. Hey man, look at my bro coming back onto the free for all. C3D money in the building, my brother. How are you today, man?
Yo, what's going on, C3 family?
What up?
Hey, chilling. I'm at work, so I had to peek in while I could peek in or whatever.
I did.
But if we gonna be talking Gilmore or Adoree Jackson, I'm not mad at Adoree Jackson if it's not a lot of money, but I'm going Gilmore. I mean, who doesn't want a former defensive player of the year? True. Because I guess in my mindset, if he does get injured, there's still a lot that he can give to those younger guys in the cornerback room and in the secondary room. So even in the same breath that, yes, we would want like as much production as we can get from Gilmore, I think it'd be equally as rewarding of, the experience that he and knowledge he can give those young guys from that he's already done it with. Not saying that Adoree Jackson couldn't, but if I'm saying I want my young guys to follow somebody, I think I would want it to be a former defensive player of the year. Plus, like I said, the only way is if Adoree just really, really just banking on himself and is really trying to come out there and make something. I'd rather have Gilly. And to be quite honest, if we can't have Gilly, I'd rather go as we presently constructed and see what else. Because, I mean,
dang.
Adoree does get injured. I mean, Gilly does too. But, I mean, Gilly does have a stretch where he has played injury-free football and a high level even at a higher age. So, I'm going to still have to say Gilly. I think Adoree sounds good, when you're just looking at it on paper. But I think when you look at the impact Gilly can give in that locker room and out on the field, I truly think it's a no-brainer that Gilmore's that guy, to be quite honest with you.
But I almost go ahead.
Oh, but like I said, I'm here at work. I just wanted to show some love for a minute. Yo, y'all keep supporting C3, keep supporting the free fall. I'm gonna keep listening. I love what y'all do. I love you too, Cody. And always, keep
pounding, baby. Love you, D-Money. Have a great one, brother. Hey, man, he basically said he would prefer Gilmore, but he even said if it's not Gilmore, he'd prefer to run with the same setup we got now.
Right.
And to me, I got to say I can't agree on that last part, just because if you're asking me who I'd rather prefer, J.C. Horn and Dane Jackson, or J.C. Horn and Adoree Jackson, I think I'll take the former first-round pick. You know what I mean? And I know that we were spurring on C.J. Henderson a few years ago, another first-round corner, but I think this is a different situation. I also think another thing that we need to maybe consider is Adoree Jackson might be the consolation prize. So I've also heard that the Green Bay Packers are looking to potentially sign Stephon Gilmore. And by the way, Jadeveon Clowney even said that in his press conference, that he has a lot of options available to him, and it's going to come down to who can pay him the most. Stephon Gilmore is looking to make the most out of the few years that he has left in his career. So,
well, that'll be Green Bay.
Okay, that's a good point. It might not be Green Bay. But they did make the playoffs, and that's something that we can't say. So, I don't know, man. Like, is there something to be said for Adoree Jackson at least being a consolation prize if Gilmore doesn't work out? Trigger, how you feeling about this?
Okay. I haven't really kept up with his NFL career because I know he's been injured a lot. But I know Adoree Jackson was one of the guys I loved. Like when I first heard about him, I think he was the #1 cornerback in the country coming out of high school. Everybody thought he was going to LSU, and USC convinced him to stay home. I think if he can stay healthy, I think he's a similar version to Dante Jackson without the coverage lapses. He can be a better version of what Dante Jackson was for us. Great coverage, can fly, great ball skills. It's just, can he stay healthy? So if you asking me who would I rather have between him and Gilmore, it's Gilmore, because I feel like either one of these guys are going to be like 1 or 2 year rentals at the most. You're not going to have Gilmore for long. You're not going to have Adoree for long. So if you ask me who I'd rather have between who we already got on the roster and Adoree, I'm saying get Adoree. Get him for cheap, low risk, high reward type guy. Because if he can stay healthy, he's a very good number 2 option. Very good.
What
if you can get him for like $2
Cody,
million?
can you? I'm sorry. Can you show an ESPN screen?
The website?
Yeah, a link. Just so the stats.
Send it. Where?
Okay.
You sent it, or you're going to?
I'm going to.
All right. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much where I'm at. I would like to have Adoree Jackson on this team just because we're so thin at that position. And by the way, it's a prove it deal. So again, you're
I in a private chat.
Yeah, that's a good point, Sean. It's like what? Yeah, if it's
$2 million
deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that it'll come $2 million. Gilmore Gilmore wants close to what he got last time. He's not interested in giving you the hometown discount. But if you look at Adoree Jackson's where his game played, that basically tells you how long he was healthy. So I mean, he's been injured so much, he's almost non-existent. In reality, and I know people don't want to hear this, I just keep what we got. I know people screaming, you don't know nothing about Dane Jackson. Well, our coaches do, and our coaches really want him, and they've already said he's going to start. So
yeah, I'll take that. He played. If he can do that for us, I'll take that over Dane Jackson.
But how much though? You gonna pay him $10 million to play 14 games?
He missed 2 games. Okay, but remember that Gilmore's coming off of an ACL tear, right?
He's always hurt.
And he's older.
And he's older.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter though.
In my opinion, I wouldn't take neither one of them. I'd just keep what we got.
Right.
I would.
Same.
So that's me. That's me. Though.
And what I see last year, I see is 14 games played.
Because
hey, hold on, Trigger, you're breaking up, bro. Your microphone's cutting out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he quit talking. I'm sorry, dude.
Hey, you there, Trigger?
Yeah, it cut
what? So
is he there?
We'll go back to Trigger in a minute. And let me introduce my brother C3 Cole back on the free for all. My brother, what's up, dude?
What's going on, Cody? My Panther pride is booming so damn much tonight. I had to throw on that old faithful number 1, baby. Shout out to Cam.
Yes, sir. That's clean.
Always going to be one of my favorite players.
Cold as ice. Absolutely, brother.
Same, brother.
Yeah, man.
Not too many jerseys hit like that number 1, Cody.
I got my work shirt.
Oh, man. None of them hit like that number 1 dude, bro. So, hey, we were talking real quick, and we can backtrack, get your thoughts on the stadium and stuff later, too. But there was rumors that, or Mike K, rather, from the Observer floated out that the Panthers could be in the market for Adoree Jackson. Who would you rather, Stephon Gilmore or Adoree Jackson? And even if we didn't get Gilmore, do you think that Adoree Jackson would be better than Dane Jackson currently would be on the other side of J.C. Horn?
I kind of want to start backwards. I'm really worried about Dane Jackson. I guess it's simply because of the unknown, Cody. I know we're just going off of what Buffalo Bills fans say, at least for me personally. I haven't watched much film on him outside of the few Bills games I've watched. So I'm really worried about him. As far as the other 2 guys, Cody, is this the same Adoree Jackson that Christian McCaffrey skirted on when he was playing in Tennessee? Is that the same guy we're speaking of right now?
This is indeed the same guy. Yes.
All right, I'm going to go with Gilly, but I'm not too positive about that either. I'm not to the point where I want to be like Pickle and say, forget it, run what we got, but we do need to address it, and those two might not be the answer. I don't know what you're going to do, but I would like to see one more body.
Yeah. So last year, so he's had 4 career interceptions, and he has missed some games. Now, in 2020, he only played in 3 games, but from 21, 22 to 23, he played in at least 10 games.
He's only had 4 interceptions his whole career.
I was about to say, Jesus Christ, Pickle. That's literally the number I was getting ready to scream out. In how many years? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, but I think the number that we're really comparing him to is Dane Jackson.
What's Dane's numbers then?
Yeah, you're right.
But who is that? That's really, no one even knows who that dude is.
I don't know.
But that's the way free agents is, though. Sometimes you don't know who these guys are when you sign them, but the coaches know who they are. And I know people are screaming this is a desperate need because it looks like it on paper because we don't know them. But the coaches are happy with Dane and they really like Boodle. So I really think we're barking up a tree and there ain't nothing up that tree to bark at.
I'm tired of waiting on Gilmore. I'm gonna be really honest with y'all. He's a great player. I would love to have him here, but we can't just keep
Gilmore
waiting.
doesn't want to come here. If he does,
if it would have already happened,
he wants top money,
and it would have already happened.
It's just not going to happen.
Well, but see, that's why I almost like this is like the dollar store version of Stephon Gilmore to me. Like
you know how the scope is in there, but that's the case.
It's like, everybody wants a filet mignon, but goddamn, sometimes a cheeseburger will get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of feels like this a little bit. And again, hey, maybe you're right. Maybe the coaches love Dane Jackson, but Pickle, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't believe that they love him. I believe that he's the guy that's there, and he's the guy that they're letting have this shot and try and vie for this job. But if someone else is out there in training camp that impresses, maybe they do decide to give someone else.
Dan Morgan has been noted as saying that we do have the first call in the waiver wire, and I cautioned everybody. Remember, we were in this boat a few years ago, and at the end of the year, we picked up at the end of roster cuts, we picked up a nickel corner that was cut from the Eagles. And people laughed because they said it wasn't nothing. And the first game he started making plays, and at the end of before the middle of that year, people were screaming, sign him to a long-term contract. We never did, but he currently plays for the Bills right now. Ironic.
Douglas?
Yes. So you don't know who you get. You don't know who you get when the roster cuts are made. So that may be an upgrade there. But if we're talking about right now signing either one of the guys you mentioned, I wouldn't commit cap to either one of them. Not as much as they're asking. Now, not as much as they're asking. If they say, okay, I'll come for $2 million, you're going to cut Eddie Pinero and save almost that. I'm good with that. But
we are.
What I see,
I don't think either one of them are going to come here for $2 million. You're talking at least, to me, I think they're going to come here for 7 or at least 10 million, maybe 7 to 8 to 10 million. They're not coming here for anything less.
All right, let me let Trey go, and then I'm gonna introduce some folk.
Yeah, my bad, man. People kept calling me, but I saw this is when I saw those stats you put up. I saw 70 tackles, a forced fumble, and a pick six, a 70-something yard pick six. I will take that all day long from a number 2 corner next year from Adoree. Okay. If he can give me 60 plus tackles, force a couple turnovers, and play 14 plus games, I'll take that all day long on the other side of JC.
Never mind. You're right. I see the forced fumble. I do. I missed that.
I'll take that. And I like.
He's had more forced fumbles than he had interceptions.
I need somebody that's gonna force turnovers. And you got to think a lot of those numbers due to lack of interceptions came from him being forced to be a number 1 corner, which he's not. But if he's a number 2 corner and he's playing on the team's second, third best receivers, you might see that interception number go up. You know what I'm saying? So I would take Adoree. I would take Adoree. And
Same.
I think the only people that really like Dane Jackson is Dan Morgan. He's beating on the table, but I think everybody will agree looking at this roster that cornerback is a hole. It's a huge hole. It's probably the corner and center are probably the biggest question marks we have on this team, along with edge rusher.
Yes, I would definitely agree with that 1,000%. That we have a glaring hole at corner. And that, to me, it at least addresses it. If you're bringing Adoree Jackson, like at least you're bringing in somebody where you know that you are shallow at that position. You know what it would be like to me, and it just came to me. Signing Adoree Jackson would be the equivalent to us signing Rashad Penny in the running back room. Like, he is that guy who has at times played very well and is another guy that you can add to a rotation of bodies that you're hoping are going to be able to get it done. And I like that. And that's why I tend to agree with Treg on this. Hey, let me welcome in Al the Sailor. Al, what's up, dude? Yeah, Al, you're muted, brother.
What's up, Al?
What up, Al?
Big Al, you're muted. All right. Well,
hey, what's going on, guys? I didn't want to just jump in and start screaming shit.
What you got to scream about, bro? What's up?
Nothing. I don't know. I didn't hear the first part of this live or whatever. But I don't got some bad shit. No, I just want to say what's up with you guys. I just want to talk shit with you guys, chill, and be cool.
What up, Al? Happy Friday, bro.
Happy Friday, brother.
Yeah.
Yes,
We was
sir.
talking about the corner position, and
yeah, it's very bad. It's very bad. I mean, I think, but Dane Jackson is going to be the second cornerback.
Yeah,
he will be the second cornerback, and then maybe Buttle or Boodle, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
But did you hear about the possibility of us signing Adoree Jackson? What would you think of that? Would you like Adoree Jackson on this team, or are you still holding out hope that maybe Stephon Gilmore might pull through?
I'll take Stephon Gilmore before Adoree Jackson, definitely.
Okay. All right, but let me ask you this. Would you take Adoree Jackson over Dane Jackson, who we currently have?
I'll take Dane Jackson. I mean, he's just a third. He's just like a slot cornerback, but I'll still take him over Adoree Jackson right now.
Okay. So I don't know. Dane Jackson.
Bro.
I hear you, man. You're allowed to think that way.
That's the best case scenario for us, Cody. If he does play good, then even if you don't want it, that's what's best for the Panthers right now. You don't have to sign anybody.
And he's already on the roster.
Yep. You don't have to add anybody if he does what he's supposed to and stays healthy.
Yeah, that's really what I'm saying. That's what I'm.
It's a big deal for the whole secondary.
Yeah.
Hey,
my man Sean has to get up out of here. Sean, we appreciate you, brother, for joining the free for all. Give me your final thoughts for the show, man.
Dude, my final thoughts are, I love my damn Panthers. I think we're gonna win freaking 17 games. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm hyped, man. I'm really, really hyped, dude. After like going from honestly like 4 or 5 games, I'm thinking like 9 or 10, bro. Like after the blueprint, like I'm hyped, bro. Like Dave Canales, I love that we got Dan Morgan here, bro. Love that we got Dan Morgan here. He freaking loves the Panthers. Like, dude. That's my final thoughts, bro. I love this team and I love y'all. I love Panthers Nation. Keep pounding, bro. Keep pounding.
Keep pounding, Sean.
Keep pounding, Sean.
Yes, sir.
I would truly rather us concentrate what little cap we got and fill up the issue at edge rusher than corner, because I'm a long, hard believer in a good pass rush makes a bad secondary look real good. So if we can find some edge rushers to attack the quarterback, I'd rather do that than I would spend extra money on an old corner. That's my opinion, though. So.
Oh yeah, I understand why.
Boodle, he went to LSU, so he's not slot. He's not a slot.
Right. He played some last year. And
He
didn't
played clean last year.
Yeah, he didn't do bad either.
I'm not gonna start no shit with you, but TMJ went to LSU.
Hey,
Cody, very, very quickly, man. I want to shift you off real quick in the chat right there. Vonnie Vide, that is my longtime friend, man. He joined us tonight. That is my football teammate since 10th grade, 10 years old. We played in the state championship together. I played beside him on the D line, and that man was a damn warrior. Shout out to Vonnie.
Shout out to Vonnie.
Shout out to Vonnie Day, bro. Hey, man, welcome. We appreciate you, bro. Hey, man, C3 is for everybody, bro.
Yes, sir.
Anytime
I'm going to try to bring somebody new every week. I suggest everybody do the same.
Man.
Bring your personal friends in here.
We're the longest running Panthers podcast on the internet. Our main show is every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. We're available on all the audio platforms, and we're always on YouTube, man. And then Friday, we do the free-for-all like we're doing right here. Hey, man, he gives his appreciation. Also, we got a super chat by my man Adam Sanders with the $9.99 love bomb. I appreciate that big time. He said Adoree Jackson is probably better than what we have now, other than Horn. As a South Carolina native coming out here to Garner, I'm pretty hyped to see the team continue the one Carolina narrative.
Shout out to him, man. I used to work in Garner. I know exactly where you are, my friend.
Yes,
I
sir.
lived in Raleigh and worked in Garner. Yes, sir. Shout out to him. I'm glad you got closer. You can go to some more games now, hopefully.
Yeah, man. But Adam, we appreciate you, brother. Hey, we got Raleigh in the building. Raleigh, how are you, man?
What's going on? Can you hear me, Cody? All right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Loud
sir.
and clear.
I'm
Real quick. Now, you're fine. Let me ask you, would you prefer Stephon Gilmore at corner or Adoree Jackson if the Panthers were going to sign one of them?
Adoree because of age and because of money. I like Gilmore only for his ability to move around and do certain things and bringing him home. But yeah, he's too old. I mean, he didn't. And the money he wants is just no.
Yeah, so we're a little all over the board here tonight. I got lots of different opinions. Let me ask you this, though, Raleigh. Would you prefer Adoree Jackson if we couldn't sign Stephon Gilmore?
I'd also hunt on who gets turned down off whose boards whenever the cuts come.
Oh, yeah, okay. So pick up somebody on the...
Because I mean, there's a lot of corners that's out there that could be cut, that could be better.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah, I do agree.
I did want to
corners cut.
What about over here? They still got Xavier Howard out there. He's kind of like a cornerback.
Wait, who are you?
He wants to go to a contender.
You were breaking up out. Wait, who did you say? Al, what name did you say?
He said Xavier Howard.
Oh, Xavier Howard.
Yeah, Xavier Howard.
He wants to go to a contender. They're talking Houston.
Oh, yeah. Isn't he not in trouble with the law?
Yeah, but when he
you think Pickle? He does have legal issues, though. Pickle. He does have legal issues.
Do you know what it? Hey, Al, you're breaking up real bad. Come back in and come out, and I'll get you in, brother. But your microphone's breaking up. Hey, man. Speaking of players at a position that we're in great need of, I was one of the few people a few years ago that really wanted Federer to break open the bank for this guy right here, man. Now, Antonio Brown was making fun of him and shit. But guys, I'd be damned if I don't miss this shit already, bro.
That's in Japan.
I don't miss him no more, Cody, for God's sakes. What is this shit?
Oh, that man's an otaku. That man.
I'm bullshitting. Redick is a warrior, though.
That man is cultured. That man.
Yeah.
He's out here experiencing an incredible country with incredible food. That's what I think.
Yeah, in my opinion, I saw this picture. My only thought at the time was you missed OTAs for that. But all that being said, he's in Japan. There's a culture there. and he's trying to match up with the culture, I have no problems with that. I myself wouldn't do that because you don't want to see a fat man wearing that outfit. You know what I'm saying? But all that being said,
Panther Pickle, if we go to the playoffs, I'll wear that silly shit.
Hey, Pickle, what do you think? Pickle, what do you think sumo wrestlers wear? That's what they are.
You wear that shit if we go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you know you will.
Shit, if we went to the Super Bowl, I'd show up to Super Bowl party in that outfit with you. Nothing underneath.
Oh,
so
use
I
a hat.
Now you're talking too much, Pickle.
Now,
Nobody wants to think about that.
Now
we can pull it off, Pickle. Nobody would tell us shit. We win the Super Bowl.
You're right.
Hey, but I think hey, maybe I'm in the minority here. I think it looks dope. I like the fact that there's.
Well, you like that shit, Cody. You're all anime. That's right up your alley, bro.
But you know what? It's also
that's okay. It just ain't me.
Yeah,
but it's
he
more
tried
than
the
that
whole
too.
outfit on.
But hold on,
like
it's more than that. It's also the fact that last season he was going after sacks, even when his coaches were telling him not to.
I did like that.
That man wants to beat the hell out of the quarterback.
That's not very team oriented, but I do like that. You're out there going into business for
mean,
yourself and hunting. I love that.
A smart, as it happened to the Eagles, a smart coach will take advantage of that.
Yeah, you're gonna go right at it, Pickle.
And then in the work, and a lot of your older defensive coordinators or coaches would have
been tolerate that shit.
Just for
that is true.
Because you can lose the game. You can lose the game by a player just on himself.
You gotta get it. You can be out of position one time the whole game at the worst time to cost your team the game.
I'm listening now.
Is he putting himself first?
Hold on, brother. Let Al go because he's breaking up. What you got, Al?
No, they're saying that producers here, he's on Carson Wentz, like they're gonna like get rid of him type shit. Like, why would you get rid of Jalen Hurts? I mean, like, you just for what? What? I mean, the man took you to a competition 2 years straight. Why would I don't understand why these guys want to jump off these quarterbacks like this. Who's better? Who is better? That's my question.
Who said that Philadelphia is coming off of Jalen Hurts?
I mean, I was working today, bro.
There's been rumblings. Nothing solid, concrete.
I worked at a bar, bro. I worked at a bar, bro, and I was watching TV, reading the fucking captions or whatever. And they said, they want to get rid of him. What?
Hey,
Al, you get worse. You get worse, bro.
Hey, Al, so hold on, baby. We caught the most of what you said, Al, but you're breaking up still really bad. I don't know if it's your connection or if it's your cell service. I don't know.
It's Pixel 7, bro. Fuck this fucking Pixel 7, bro. That's what it is. Fuck this fucking
if I could chime out what I was talking about, you know what? Let's be real here, and a lot of people don't want to pay attention to this, but the Eagles had a lot of turnover in their staff, and you know if they don't turn their if they don't make a good on this one, they may go head coach next year. And I know people think, well, they're making the playoffs. That's all that counts. Not to the Eagles owner, it ain't. The Eagles owner wants playoff wins. He don't want just to make it there. He wants a dominating Eagles team. He wants playoff wins. And if the Eagles staff can't do it, they'll move on from that staff. And if the staff goes, you never know when the next head coach may not want a quarterback like Jalen.
And Pickle to your point. You know, I live in South Florida, bro, and they got Tua, right? They got Tua, right? And Tua's been to the playoffs the last 2 years, and they fucking hate Tua for some reason now.
Yeah. And you got to remember
carrying him over the top.
And you got to remember who Jalen Hurts. Yeah, Jalen Hurts' backup quarterback is Kenny Pickett now, and Will Greer is even on that roster.
Oh,
I forgot that Pickett's over there. And,
Pickett is over there.
So,
it's interesting.
I mean, controversy's there. It's kind of like controversy with the Steelers too, you know. So
I show this all the time. If Jalen gets his head beat in and then Pickett comes in, do you give him the keys if he plays good?
But
what if Pickett comes in on an injury situation and doesn't lose? Does he lose the keys?
You're right. If Jalen gets hurt, and Pickett
what if Pickett wins for a month straight? Do you give him the keys back or no?
Well, I mean, the Bears did that once. The Bears did that once.
Jalen Hurts all the money.
No, it did not. It did
they
not.
paid Jalen Hurts a lot of money though. Like I
know.
Right. Let me look that up.
Wait, can I say this real quick? He said he's talking about Pickett taking Jalen Hurts' job. That's not going to happen, bro. That's not going to happen.
All I was saying in an injury situation, if Pickett played good,
barring injury, yes, but it's not going to happen, bro. It's not going to happen, dog.
Oh,
it's not going to happen, bro.
I don't really think that it's going to happen either. But I do think that crazier things have happened, and
Absolutely.
Everybody thought Carson Wentz was going to be their long-term quarterback, and everybody sees how that turned out. So I don't know, man. It's interesting. Did y'all even hear there's rumors of them making a separate salary cap for quarterbacks? That teams would have a salary cap for quarterbacks and a salary cap for the team. What do y'all think of that idea as a whole?
I think it's a bad idea because you're to me, in my opinion, you're establishing a team organization. And if you're going to separate salary cap just for the quarterbacks, does that starting quarterbacks, backup quarterbacks, or the quarterback room itself? Because if you're going that now, what about quarterbacks who like Lamar Jackson, like Kyle Murray, who also can run, and they're using them as running backs and quarterbacks? Should that not make a difference? Should you not pay extra for a quarterback who can run compared to a quarterback who don't?
Nah, that's franchise quarterback.
I mean, but you can't just classify franchise, because the word franchise is definitioned by the coach and his scheme that they're playing in.
Kyler Murray is a franchise quarterback. Kyler Murray is a franchise quarterback.
I disagree with that.
Well, before we get off topic, the whole point of it is that money. The whole point is that money for the quarterbacks are going up and up so much that eventually you're going to have to have an amount of money that doesn't affect the rest of the team, because now it's going to get to the point where you're choosing between paying your quarterback or anybody else.
Let me ask you a question.
That's the price of it, though. That's football. That's what the salary cap is designed for.
Let me ask you a question, Cody. Cody, let me ask you a question, bro. Real quick.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fast. So Trevor Lawrence got $275, right?
Yeah, he got paid a boatload. Yeah.
So Trevor Lawrence, since he came in the league, he said he's in the top 3 of fucking passing yards, right? You know that, right?
Wait, who?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I know Trevor is.
He's in the top 3. He's in the top 3 of passing yards. You know that, right?
Yeah,
he has turnover issues.
I've always known Trevor's the man. I've always known that.
You know that, right? So for you guys to fucking sit here and say he's not worthy, he is worthy. Bro.
Wait, are we talking about
before he got hurt last year?
Are you talking
before he got
about
hurt last year, he was 8-3. You know that, right? Before he got hurt last year, he was 8-3, right?
Al, you're not listening. Are you talking about Trevor Lawrence or Kyler Murray?
No, I'm talking about Trevor Lawrence right now.
But yeah, hey,
before he got hurt, he was 8-3. You know that, right?
Oh, hey, but Al, why do you think I'm arguing against Trevor Lawrence? That's one of my favorite.
I don't think I know you're not arguing Trevor Lawrence, bro. But he was 8-3, bro. He was 8-3, and then he got hurt. He had concussion. He fucked his leg up. Boom, 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 and then they went on fucking a skid.
Right.
I mean, he's a good quarterback, bro. He's a good quarterback, bro. He's gonna get you somewhere close to the playoffs, and then once you get to the playoffs, if you get to the playoffs, bro, you're straight.
Yeah.
And once you get to the playoffs, it's a crapshoot. It's a crapshoot. Who cares?
You're breaking up real bad, bro. I don't know what it is, but you're still breaking up pretty bad. Let me get Raleigh in on the convo.
All I wanted to say, Cody, was, you got to look at the offensive line year to year and what those players had. And then you're taking money away from those O-line players, which are one of the top paid players to protect those quarterbacks and give them time.
Yeah.
So if you're going to take that money away from them and give it to the quarterbacks, what's it going to leave you for your O-line?
Yeah, but that, to me, that's the reason why you would make a separate salary cap for the quarterbacks and then money for the rest of the team. That way, I mean, I'm hoping that it would work this way, that you would be able to pay even more of your players, and you're going to be having that contract for the quarterback that keeps them around and in town. You know what I mean?
And can I say one more thing, please?
Yeah.
As far as Reddick, and him being out there or wherever he was, do you think that was like a media play? Like, samurai sword, hey, last 2 years I've done this and I've done that. I deserve more money, so I
maybe
guys,
I feel like he feels like he doesn't have nothing to prove, that his record speaks for itself. And he doesn't want to show up to mandatory training camp. I don't know. I guess he's going to have to eat a fine, but I don't know. I've always been a fan of Hassan Reddick, and I was always – yeah, I know. I'm just saying I always wanted to pay Hassan Reddick more than I ever wanted to pay Brian Burns. So I think that we made a mistake letting him go. Hey, man, let me welcome, man, my brother from the Black Cat Panther Podcast. We got Kendall the GOAT up in the building. GOAT, what up, dude?
What's up, Cody? What's up, Cody? What's up, Pickle? What's up, rest of the panel? D's, what's going on?
What happening?
I can't call it. Hey, I want to step in 1 second, Cody, and just say, give a definition on that, what you were saying about the cap. Now, y'all realize, baseball was getting paid all this money. That was America's pastime. Then basketball had it for a while. Football pay has always been lower than the other two sports. Football is just becoming that sport you watch, so the pay is just getting there because basketball players was getting and baseball players were getting crazy amount of money more than a football player. So now, just like my man was saying, you're starting to pay linemen. You're starting to pay kickers. You're starting to pay. You see what I'm saying? So it's just catching up. So that's why it's kind of off with the quarterback play, the lineman play, the running back play. You're trying to devalue the running back position and this and that. That's why the cap is kicking it. They're just gonna have to give it a kick in the ass, man, to get where the game is now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. And NFL is king in America right now.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing that does more money or more viewers than the NFL. Like, and that's why I always say
position is the #1 position in sports right now. So those
no
guys deserve it,
doubt.
Man. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, no doubt about it.
I'm not saying that they don't. To make a separate cap, to me, if you're going that route, just abolish the cap altogether.
No, well, you can't do that, Pickle. You can't do it because now those billionaires will start buying.
You're going to have teams that are going to have
You talk about temper spending money. Oh, boy. Jerry Jones will blow the pocketbooks up.
Now, if that was the scenario.
You got to have a cap. You just got to kick the cap in the ass, man.
Yeah.
And
in my opinion, as smart, there are teams like, for example, the Kansas City. They have the best quarterback in the league. He don't make the best money. A lot of this situation, they're going to have to get to understanding. Tom Brady took less money to have a better team around him. Patrick Mahomes is doing that. Some of these quarterbacks They may have to learn by experience. You know, take Trevor Lawrence, and I'll just use him because he's just the other one that got paid, right? That's the only reason why I'm using him. But let's take him. Give him a few years into what's going on. He may talk to the boss and say, "Dude,
well, like
why
right
can't I
now,
give some of my money to this other guy?"
But look, right
You
now,
know?
Josh Allen's one of the best quarterbacks in the game right now, and he's not even in the top 10 list of highest paid
And a lot of it is GMs, and I hate to do this. No, I really don't hate to do this. Fuck it, I'd like to do this shit. Some of these GMs are dumber than a box of rocks in his cap, and they really don't know how to do it. Take what Fitterer did last year. He had too much. He had too much bullshit money out there, and you get a really good cap guy, and he can rearrange that. Take some of these contracts, these quarterbacks, they advertised high, but when you see the breakdown, they're not a lot of it's affecting the cap as much as you think.
Yeah, they know how to offset the dollars.
Exactly.
And stuff,
But
but
that's
it
why they
doesn't.
gave him that leadway to play with. But see,
Exactly.
when you really
Smart.
look at it, man, like for this sport, man, you could get hurt anytime. That's why those guys was advocating about the guaranteed money. But I mean, $55 million compared to the other major sport is not a lot of money when you break it down per season or whatever. That's why they were talking about the guaranteed money, because you're putting your body on the line every game. I mean, the career is short compared to the other two.
Yep. Hey, let me welcome in my bro, White Chocolate Espresso, and the motherfucking his ass. What up?
Yo, what's up? What y'all bitching about now?
My same old shit, different days. You fucking know that shit, bro. No, we're talking about the potential of them making a potential salary cap for the quarterbacks, like
It's
one that
bullshit,
is
man.
specifically for the quarterbacks.
I hate it because you know what? This is supposed to be a team sport, and they changed the rules so much that now the quarterback is the most valuable thing ever. And I hate it.
I agree with that, Kevin.
I do.
I agree.
I agree.
But don't we all
I
agree? Like, listen, for especially how often we fight over Bryce.
And the owners only have themselves to blame.
But listen, don't we all agree though that you can have a great team, but if you don't have the right quarterback to lead them, it's almost all for nothing.
Not really.
No,
But I would
I
say
disagree
so.
with that.
Like, I mean, okay, but look at who's been winning Super Bowls.
I mean, you're talking
Obviously,
about lately.
you have Patrick Mahomes, but
yeah,
then a lot of these guys,
Cody,
are one and done. But look at Brock Purdy. Like, how many Brock Purdy's are you gonna have?
That's all they are.
But they changed.
How many guys won Super Bowls?
Yeah, they changed the rules to make the quarterback the guy.
Exactly.
I mean, you can
market
change
it.
the rules now, and if they wanted to, they can change the rules to make a running back the most important player in the league.
Exactly.
They just decide not to.
When you start fucking with shit, you're
knee,
gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. When they made the rules that you can't hit a quarterback above the neck or below the knee, and they don't say that about a running back. They don't say that about a wide receiver. It's only the quarterback, because they purposely changed the rules to put the quarterback above everybody else. In a schoolyard, in school, if you change the rules to promote one player above everybody else, somebody get an ass whooping. This ain't schoolyard. So this is real life. But
I really can't agree with that picture. I can't agree with that picture. I really can't agree with that picture.
They changed the
I think
entire
that
rules to promote one position
NFL,
above
the NFL
everything
is
else.
the NFL.
Yeah, and
The NFL
Hey,
is
to
the
that, hey, to
I
that,
can't
I
agree with that,
say,
bro. I really can't agree with that, bro. I can't co-sign.
That's my wife.
yeah, to that.
Damn right. But
Dude,
Cody, if you can get a chance, look up like the last 20 quarterbacks who won Super Bowls. It's probably like 5.
What do you mean 5?
Like only like 5 guys in the last 20 years.
5 different guys in the last 20 years.
Probably. I mean, you got Tom Brady won 7. Patrick Mahomes won 3.
Eli Mahomes, Brady.
Eli 2.
Matthew Stafford,
Peyton Manning too.
Eli, Peyton,
Stafford, Nick
Russell.
Foles.
Yeah, bro. We know that, bro. We know that, though, bro. We know that, though, bro. So
Yeah, it's
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's only when we talk about, oh, you need a guy. It's like, well, most guys who win Super Bowls are one and done. I mean, most of them are like dynasty.
Yeah,
guys.
but Kevin, my point is, how many Trent Dilfers have there been lately? How many Joe Flacco?
Well, because they changed the rules. Yeah.
But to me, it's not just the rules. Like it isn't NFL.
No, it is definitely the rules. Look at Jake Delhomme. Look at Jake Delhomme's numbers.
Quarterback.
You can't say that, Kevin,
if you have a big
that team together because of the cap.
you can sell the tickets, you can move the merchandise, and you have that guy that is your star on offense. Bro, it hits different when that team has a dependable quarterback that can do all the things you want a elite quarterback to do.
Cody, let me talk to you real quick, bro. You can't say Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, you know he didn't throw one pick in the postseason. Going to the Super Bowl, he didn't throw one pick.
Yeah,
he didn't throw one fucking pick.
Yeah, he was during the playoffs. It was great, but during the regular season,
Tom Brady's first Super Bowl, he only threw one touchdown the entire playoffs.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't do that. To fucking Joe Flacco.
I'm telling you, man. Back then, it didn't really matter. If you had defense and a solid run,
you can't do that to fucking Joe Flacco like that, though, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Introduce somebody, but
go look at Terry Bradshaw's stats. They're not that good.
It's not the
Oh
same.
man, come on, man.
Can we talk the last 10 years?
I'm saying, go look at the stats. They're not that good.
Come on, man.
Can we talk last 10
Stop
years?
that. Stop that. Stop that.
Come
man.
on.
It's not the same NFL.
Who's the passing leader for the Dallas Cowboys? It's not Troy Aikman.
Can we talk 10 years, the last 10 years of the modern day football era?
That's what I'm trying to say. They changed the rules so that let the quarterback be the guy most marketable.
They did whether you want it, whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not, this is the modern NFL.
Exactly.
It's not going anywhere.
And the owners have themselves to blame for the situation.
So that's why, in my opinion, in order to not cut out the needs of the rest of your team, you might as well make a different salary cap and put them in the league of their own.
The Saints already do that, though. The Saints already do that.
Can I say one thing? They had profit sharing last year. They had profit sharing last year over a bonus. Everybody got $300 some odd $1,000. Just a little bonus, like here's a little money, to go in your pocket. So look, y'all, they not beggars. Do you understand what I'm saying? Y'all are sitting here talking about money that's like pocket change to some of these guys.
I agree.
I mean, so if they kick their fucking cap up, you understand? You don't have a problem.
Yeah.
You talking about money like he deserved the money. The boy only going. I mean, what's the lifespan of the career? And then now I can't earn no more money. I'm out of a job.
I mean, we listed the top five. We listed the top five paid quarterbacks right now in the NFL. There's not anybody great.
Let me introduce somebody. But like this is what I was saying with the stadium renovations. Like, listen, that guy. Like the guy that was arguing with me on the internet about taxes and shit. I'm like, bro, all of those funds were only gonna go towards the stadium. It's only meant for hospitality and tourism.
You can find somewhere else to put it.
So arguing about, it should go to the homeless or it should go to the school system. Like, yeah,
go
that
to
might
a museum.
Be theory, but that doesn't mean it's gonna fucking happen.
Go to a museum.
About it. Man, let me welcome in my dude from the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. It's Twan Don. Twan, what up, dude?
What's going on, you man? How you feeling?
Big
Happy
dog,
Friday night. Hope everybody doing well. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. How you feeling,
Hope
Twan?
everybody doing? I'm good, man. Look, man, I agree with Kevin, bro. I agree with Kevin. We had this conversation and we touched on this last week, man. And me and Pickle, we talked about it too. Look, man, the quarterback is not always the best player on the team.
Right.
It's not. And the thing is, the owners are gonna get involved because, like, the way the money is going now, and I think Kendall touched on it too. Like you see in the NBA now, like Jason Tatum is going to sign for like $300 million, right? So a billionaire is not trying to make another athlete a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have to get cut off somewhere. They're gonna have to stop it somewhere, or no owner is gonna make none of these players a billionaire.
Eventually, the talent level is going to even out.
Yeah, they would never see that. They'll never see that through. So, and I'm telling you, I don't even think it. I mean, when you're really thinking about it, how far do you think it can really, really go? You know, in terms of a complete contract. I think when they get around that $600 million mark,
that's a lot.
They're gonna cap it off right there, bro.
That's a lot.
It's no way none of these greedy billionaires is gonna make another athlete a billionaire.
Twan, think about it. Twan, think about it.
You can.
If I pay you $300 million, how much am I making off of you?
I mean, Tepper doubled his money.
A lot. I get your point. No, I get his point. He's saying that if you have the amount to spend $300 million on somebody, bro, they might be making fucking $900 million, bro. Like that.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey,
business,
you know what that?
That's business.
And you can use that money to rebuild your fucking stadium instead of taking taxpayer money.
One hand shit the other.
But why would you do that?
Y'all gotta stop pocket watching, man.
Yeah,
why would you do
Kevin,
that? That's dumb. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Kevin, I understand what you're saying about David Tepper, about these millionaires that need to build their own stadiums instead of using taxpayer monies. I 100% agree to that.
I know what's going to happen. I'm just saying it shouldn't.
But I agree. But here's the problem. The problem is the problem isn't the owners. Because if I go out on that street right now on Bristol, on Volunteer Parkway, with a sign that says, fill my bucket with $100 bills only, please, and people put $100 in there, you're damn right I will go up here tomorrow at the same damn time.
Well, see,
and
but
as
that's
long as
right.
they put $100 bills in that bucket, my ass is going to go stand on that corner. So
Here's
the
the
problem is, as the city and these governments, these politicians, whether you want to like it or not, Chuck, if the politicians keep giving the money, the owners are going to keep holding their hand out. That's
Well, let me tell you this though.
A lot of it.
That's true.
A lot of it
Pickle
is
was
like
making
you
a
might
point.
hate it if you want. You might hate it if you want, but there are some things that are just inevitable. That's why I'm not bitching about the stadium. If they do this with the quarterback, if they do this with the quarterbacks and they give the quarterbacks their own salary cap, and if it allows you to pay your other players more money on top of having the money for the quarterback, then I'm all for it, man. Like the moral grandstanding don't do shit, man.
Get ready to not go to games.
What people
Get ready not to go to games.
What people got to realize, as long as the quarterback is still considered the most important position in football.
I mean, like,
as long as the quarterback is considered the most important position in football, we're going to keep doing this. I'm saying, like, that's the starting point for every roster. When you look in college, who's getting all the NIL money? The quarterback. Who's more likely to win the Heisman? Who's more likely to win the Heisman every year? The quarterback. In the NFL, who's more likely to get the highest contract? The quarterback. Because that's
how many good quarterbacks are there?
And I agree, Trig. And if again,
if y'all give me the opportunity to rebuttal,
I mean, they cater everything towards them. So why not?
Listen, yeah, exactly, Cole. Exactly.
Yeah, nobody want to hear that more.
If you keep catering everything to the damn quarterback, I mean, Kev just told y'all. Kev said, how many quarterbacks won in the last? I'll say the last 30 years.
They're changing the rules. They remove the ability to attack the quarterback. They remove the ability to hit the quarterback.
That's what everything's catered to them. You can play forever.
So you would think that it would come down on the money because you're not getting hurt.
Handcuff defenses from stopping the quarterback from making it play. And Twan, you remember how old school wide receivers was? If you want to go for that ball, you make sure you wouldn't get up healthy. Now, the quarterback Because Tom Brady
This,
wanted to throw to his guy when his guy
is
was
the
open.
thing you're not hitting on, though, Pickle.
The wrong
If
message.
you do not have any stars on that team, when the quarterbacks got hurt that year and there was no stars across the league, what happened?
No.
The revenue went
all
down.
the ratings
The
went
money
down.
went down.
The ratings, the money,
You
all of it,
You
went down.
have to have a face of the franchise.
Yeah,
Well, again,
that's
when
what I
you
said
change
earlier.
the rules to satisfy one position, don't
Exactly.
It
bitch
doesn't
later
matter.
on.
It doesn't
But
matter.
that's how
You
it
have
is.
to have
Fine,
stars
all the
to put
fine,
asses
but
in
that's
those seats.
fine. But that's how it is. If
What
you
you
want
Because
to
it's more
That's reality.
it's more
Y'all sound, look,
entertaining.
man.
if you want to
Y'all
say that they
sound, bro,
changed the
listen.
rules,
This
hold
is
Y'all
on.
sound,
Wait, hold on.
It's
If y'all want to
football.
say that they
yeah,
if y'all want to say that they changed the rules, fine. But like, is there ever going to be any time in the near future where that's different? No, this is the
No,
trend of how it's
it's
going to
not.
go.
Exactly.
But hey, hold on, hold on, time out.
Why have the cap in the first place then? Why not just have it no cap?
I want to get Diesel skills in on the conversation. Do
We
you
got the
feel
second
it's
richest owner.
necessary- Did you feel it's necessary for the Carolina, or
What's up,
not even
Deez?
the Panthers, but do you feel it's necessary that teams have their own salary cap for the quarterback?
I got a couple points, Cody, and not a lot, so I'll make it quick. We look at Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones got paid $40 million a season, which was kind of a start of this trend that we're seeing in the NFL. Absolutely overpaid. He makes more than Bryce Young's entire contract in just one season, and it handicapped the Giants and kept them from being able to sign Saquon Barkley, which absolutely hurt that team going forward. So it's a serious situation that teams are facing now. They can't even take a chance on signing a quarterback because they don't know if they can sign the rest of the team. But it seems like this is almost a rule that they're creating for the San Francisco 49ers, a team that has talent everywhere. Along with that, like the Cincinnati Bengals, a team that has multiple wide receivers that they can't afford to sign. Somebody in the chat earlier was talking about the Justin Jefferson contract and how it makes you think that like a Minnesota Vikings quarterback would never be able to make the kind of money that Justin Jefferson makes because he's a star on that team and a star in the NFL. So they've definitely got a problem that they need to get sorted out before too long. And there's some other stat too that we were talking about, injuries to the quarterback. It was like, and this isn't correct. This is just from memory. I'm not looking it up. It was something like 2/3 or half of the NFL all had to play backup quarterback for multiple games last year because their starting quarterback was hurt. And even we saw an injury of Bryce Young last year too, where he set out for the Seattle game. So, quarterbacks are still getting hurt and the contracts continue to go up. But I do believe what Goat said, the NFL is just now starting to catch up. So that's all.
Hey, I got a question though.
How
many?
I just want to say that I agree. Look, Deez, that was perfect. I agree with that.
I was going to say I think the problem is the NFL is overvaluing some of these quarterbacks. Like, how many good quarterbacks are there?
It is. If you go top 10, look, after you name the top 10 quarterbacks, man, really everybody after that is topped out.
Like, you can get like a backup to do the same job as some of these starters.
Exactly.
Look at Cleveland.
Well, that just shows you how important the position is.
Yeah, let's look at Denver and Cleveland.
But it also shows how overvalued some of these
You
guys
don't need a top 10 quarterback to
Denver and
win.
Cleveland, they tore up Denver and Cleveland at one time. Tore up there, and you pointed out, you can include the Giants. They tore up their cap book to devote all this money to quarterbacks. All three of them teams end up screwing themselves up, devoting most of their cap to a quarterback who didn't materialize.
How important the position is.
So therefore,
you have to take a gamble.
Nah, I don't buy that.
Okay, I agree to that, Goat. But to me, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is projected. He's got paid because he's projected to be great. If he doesn't live up to that projection, it's going to be a very, very bad contract.
Yeah, but Pickle, do you
Look at
understand
Geno
that?
Smith.
Wait,
Look
let
at
me
Geno
answer
Smith.
that. Wait, hold on. Let me answer that. But Pickle, you realize that what you just said, that's true for Lamar Jackson, who's never won a Super Bowl.
He's won an MVP. He's proven a lot more than Trevor Lawrence.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. That's true for Justin Herbert.
And he had to wait 5 years for that contract. He had to wait 5 years for that contract.
True for Joe Burrow. That's true
Went to a Super Bowl.
Jalen Hurts. That
Went to
literally
two Super Bowls.
all these guys that got paid, they got paid because they were the next man up. I get that a lot of folks have problems with that. But what
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on. What me and Go were saying, though, is that when you have that marquee franchise quarterback, that is
How many are there, though?
Can I ask a question?
That's what you're putting on the banners. That's what you're putting on the pamphlets.
Can
that
I ask
is
a question?
You are selling your team around.
How many players are there, though?
Can I ask a question?
They selected to the GM in the front office.
In terms of the quarterback, Cody, like this, Cody, listen. If the owners get together and say, look, we're not trying to make overpaid quarterbacks that don't deserve it, right? So if you got a disgruntled quarterback that goes, well, I'm just going to go somewhere else where they are going to pay me. If they set the standard where no matter where you go, I'm not paying you that type of money, then you take the pacifier out of their damn mouth. Then they got to go somewhere where they just want to go play, man. It don't make sense, man. These owners have got to wisen up, man. So, and I'm telling you, they will, because the thing is when that guaranteed money starts to get too damn high, and I agree with Kendall, man. Look, I think football players should be getting paid the most money of any sport. You're putting your body on the line every time, but quarterbacks don't.
Yeah, but the players are also going to be. But the players are also going to be able to say, "Yeah, you're going to pay me that amount of money because of look how much money you're making off of what I'm bringing to the football."
I just told you. So what are you going to do? But I just
told
you, what are you going to do?
Twan,
if no owner pays you, what are you going to do? Take the money?
Twan, if you're chasing championships, if your franchise is chasing championships,
all franchises are.
within basketball, baseball, whatever. If that franchise is chasing championships, do you know how much money Final Fours and Super Bowls and pennant races and all that
Cowboys
shit
the most valuable
brings to that
franchise.
city? If we would right now, if this was a winning franchise, we would not even be having the conversation about that damn renovation on that building.
Man.
Do you
Y'all
understand
kept it
that?
for billionaires.
If they were stars
and
premier positions on this team, we would not be having a conversation about the renovation on this building because they would be $1 billion
Because there'd be tickets sold.
in. They would be new hotels being built all over the place, which they are now in Charlotte anyway, because they're trying to get the beds up and shit so they can host a Super Bowl or something like that.
Hold tight. See, I got to get on Kendall's ass because Kendall tried to get me shit for that. Oh, they are building hotels now. When just a week ago you was trying to run through my ass talking about they ain't building all that shit. When I was like, of course they're gonna build that shit.
Twan, do you know that it's in the contract?
Do you know that it's in the contract that you have to put a dome up, bro?
Twan, you have to have so many beds in a city
I know this.
A Super Bowl.
I know this.
That's why they're not putting a roof on the stadium.
That's why. Yeah, they're not gonna build those hotels like in plethora until that damn dome go up.
You ain't getting
a Super Bowl without it.
But
they don't have to have a dome on it. You don't have that type of weather in North Carolina, man. You live in North Carolina, man.
You are not getting a Super Bowl.
Did everything in your power.
Cody, you ain't dropped the rock on yourself when you was arguing like a motherfucker.
But yeah, because
you ain't dropped the rock on yourself.
Yeah, I gotta drop the rock to fucking get a word in edgewise in this bitch, bro. What I'm trying to say is that even in 2029, when the renovations are set to be done, there's not going to be enough hotels in order to handle all the tourism for a Super Bowl. But
not that big of a market on that, man.
Wait, let me welcome somebody in the show. Also, from the Black Cat Panther Podcast, my man Poppin'. Pop, what up?
What up, Bullets?
What's up? What's happening?
Man, this conversation is...
Hey, man, I figured I'd come in here and yell too.
Yeah, come on there, bro.
Everybody else doing it.
Start yelling. Start yelling.
What's up with everybody? How y'all doing? Y'all
Nobody want to listen.
Yeah, we're doing good, man. We're arguing about these damn quarterbacks like always, man. But do you think that the NFL should allocate a separate salary cap for the quarterbacks because the money keeps on going up and up and up?
No, because I mean, I don't see how that's going to help. Bryce, you know what I'm saying, get no W's.
Okay.
I agree.
So
They
why
will never pay Bryce Young, bro.
why am I paying a quarterback, all this money to do absolutely shit? No.
Look at the Raiders quarterback.
I think, well, I mean, it's a lot of quarterbacks like that, but I think eventually, I think what Twan said, where I can't agree at, I think eventually it will hit a plight where they're going to have to rearrange some shit and do some shit around, because you don't want to water down the NFL so bad where the only person getting paid is the quarterback. And all the talent's going to go somewhere. So
if y'all remember,
hey, look,
if y'all remember at one time the NFL, the players and the owners both were throwing a fussle because a group of rookie quarterbacks, rookie quarterbacks, were making so much money. They were making more than some of the elite quarterbacks were making because they were rookies. And the NFL and the Players Association said, we got to do something. The owners started saying, we got to do something. The players, a lot of your veteran players agreed with it. So they invented the rookie salary cap. Eventually, something like that's going to happen where they're going to
you're going to have to cut the quarterback.
Too many owners are going to get burnt, and it's going to fall waylay to players being burnt because one quarterback like Daniel Jones, quarterback like a Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson is going to eat up the cap, and nobody else is going to get their fair share.
Well, y'all keep using Daniel Jones, and y'all keep using Daniel Jones as an outlier. Daniel, you got forced into the Daniel Jones situation.
I can name a whole lot of bad contracts.
New York did that to themselves. Y'all got to understand that. He had the one good year, and they should have drafted. They both should have drafted a quarterback. Is what he should have done.
I agree to that.
Right,
so they did that to themselves.
So, but hold on. So, let me play devil's advocate because I'm on your side. Like, I'm like, man, if the shit's inevitable, just do it. But what I do understand is, though, like, okay, let's say coming up here soon, pick either one, the Miami Dolphins or the San Francisco 49ers. It's going to come time for them to have to pay Tua and Brock Purdy. And these guys, just because they would rather pay the guy now rather than go through the quarterback carousel all over again, they're going to pay that money.
Well, the 49ers have done that before.
The 49ers are never going to pay Brock Purdy that money.
But
they're never going to do that.
But then you say that, but if he's the next man,
listen, because they got the blueprint, Cody. They already got the blueprint. They don't need him. They know that they don't.
Look what
need
Seattle did.
All-star quarterback.
They just went out and got Geno Smith.
They're already talking about paying.
Cody, they are not going to pay Brock Purdy, bro.
Hey, Cody, what year was that? What year was that when Cam came back that we played the Dolphins? What year was that?
That was 2020.
See, y'all like it ain't no damn. Y'all like it's got a draft every year. Hold on. And quarterbacks ain't coming in every year.
I went to that. Okay, I went to that game. Right. The Miami fans was like, they was not sure about Tua, right? They was up and down about Tua. To today, you said that was 2020. So 4 years from now, they still not sure about Tua. But they gonna
I'm still not sure.
You're gonna still be in that. So now you're gonna be in that situation. You put yourself in that situation. You put talent around them, and then you still not sure about them. Before you pay somebody, you damn well better be sure that that's the guy.
Yeah.
But you gotta realize what y'all hold on, Twan. What y'all gotta realize is, bro, the fans' opinion has zero effect on what these guys getting paid, who
and
gets
I understand
paid,
that, cuz I understand that. But what I'm saying, I'm talking about the franchise as well was still not sure about him. They still wasn't backing him at that time.
They talking about giving him $40 million a year at least.
Exactly.
Now
you're gonna be in Daniel Jones. You're gonna be in Daniel Jones' situation. You're gonna be in Daniel Jones' situation.
Let me tell you what these owners have to figure out, bro. You better figure out a way to load your team up with talent. That's why. But look, Mahomes figured it out. Mahomes said, "Look, if I gotta take a pay cut to get more rings or whatever. Mahomes is like, I'm going to get my money in endorsements or whatever, but I need y'all to constantly surround me with talent, bro. The same thing with Tom Brady. Now, look, if you want to go spend all this damn money on one position and now you can't get him no damn help, we saw Bryce Young out there with hardly no help on offense yesterday, man. You see what it looked like. We know what it looked like. Not that he was that much better. But if you get a superstar quarterback and you put him on an offense with no weapons, then what the fuck is he? He's bound to get hurt.
Look at the Raiders.
You got to spend money on his protection. You got to spend money on the defense. You cannot send the message in the NFL that the quarterback is the single most important position and that everybody else is expendable.
I don't think
that's the message they send. That's the message they send.
But it's not set up like that, y'all. Like Pickle just said, you got 5 years. When you pick that quarterback in the top 10, you got 5 years. You got a 5th-year option. We just jumped up right to get a 5th-year option on Leggett, didn't we? That's what they said, right?
Yeah.
Right or wrong, right? So you got 5 years. You got 5 years to get talent around him before you pay him. What are you talking about?
Man, it's difficult. It's
a small window for everybody.
If we gonna talk the whole.
Exactly.
If we gonna talk the whole. I know, but if we're gonna talk the whole deal, some teams are dealing with cap issues and whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bigger picture to all of that. But if we're talking about a team that ain't dealing with a whole lot of cap issues or whatever, you're dumb to put all your money into no one position and when you can just build. San Francisco just showed it to you.
Before you do
But Seattle showed you. Seattle showed you.
Just showed it to you.
Raiders showed it to you.
Y'all said, but
Look
Kendall,
at the
you're
Raiders.
not listening, Kendall. You're not listening. I don't understand why y'all keep caping for motherfuckers to get richer and richer opposed
Look
to
at Geno
winning.
Smith. They went from Russell to Geno Smith because they didn't want to pay the quarterback all that money.
Winning. Yeah, exactly.
Raiders didn't want to pay Carr. They got some undrafted rookie to win 10 games.
You're still talking about a guy they didn't draft. They didn't draft Geno. Geno's contract came up. That's it. You're talking about a different situation. When you
They didn't want to pay Russ. They didn't want to pay Russ.
That's why you build your team through the draft.
Cap issues typically mean you have an elite roster.
That means you have better coaches that you trust to develop some of these backup second string quarterbacks.
You put money into your development.
That way, or you trust your system around it. When Geno took over for Russ after they kicked Russ out,
you had to pay him.
It wasn't like he didn't know who the wide receivers was. It wasn't like they didn't have any stud running backs. Their defense was good. That's what helped Geno right along. Plus, they had a really good head coach, really good offensive coordinator.
And Geno got better because he had better weapons. He was better because he had better weapons.
That's what happened.
That's what I'm saying. You got the weapons. You don't have to be no top quarterback.
How about this?
Quarterback Kevin's talking about for the Raiders that looked good last year. Who was
undrafted?
His wide receivers? Who was his wide receiver?
Devontae Adams.
That's not
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So you have good players around average quarterback.
Superstar wide receiver.
And you don't have to pay a lot of money.
So damn good.
And they won 10 more. They won 10 games with a nobody.
There is a middle ground here. That yes, you can find talented quarterbacks where you don't expect them, but at the same time, having that marquee franchise quarterback player lets your entire franchise know that every Sunday you have a chance to win. And I feel like that's not true with every quarterback in the NFL. And if you do have that type of quarterback, you got to pay him.
Was Cam that quarterback?
You got to pay him. Yes.
How come we only have 3 winning seasons?
All right, so Kevin, let's grab all of our quarterbacks undrafted from now on.
I know you
and build everything around it. You said as long as you have your franchise quarterback, you have a chance to win. So why do we only have 3 winning seasons for Cam?
Right, but you got to.
Cam did more for this franchise than any quarterback ever did.
Exactly. And he overachieved because of the talent around him.
Hold on.
Exactly.
Cam gave you chances
We had our franchise quarterback. How come we had 3 winning seasons?
But you never drafted well. You never drafted
built around Cam.
So
you never built around Cam.
So that's when your question kind of is not valid. because you said
You
why we
build
didn't
around
win
your
with Cam.
franchise
It wasn't
quarterback.
Cam's fault why you didn't win.
I didn't
They
say it
didn't
was
play.
Cam's fault. I believe we had our franchise quarterback, but we only had
We
3
didn't
winning
build
seasons.
around them. We
Yeah,
didn't
but
build
you
around
didn't.
them.
Cody said you have your franchise quarterback, you have a chance
Gives you
of
a
winning.
chance. Okay,
We
yeah,
had
you
3
give
winning
you that.
seasons.
Cody.
Yes.
That's the
That's
starting
So you need
point.
more,
Have a
right? You
greater
need
chance.
more.
That's the starting point.
That's
It's
the
not
starting
it's not
piece.
the end all. It's not the end all be all, but we never built
Exactly. So you
around
shouldn't break
Cam.
the bank for it.
Let me tell you. Let me tell y'all why the quarterback is not always the best player on the football team. Jersey sales. Does answer the question? Let me ask this question. Does everybody buy the quarterback on their team's jerseys?
No.
No.
But Twan,
Because the quarterback ain't always their favorite player.
Twan,
We're not saying the best player.
Nobody's saying
No.
that. Nobody's saying
No.
that.
Cody was
That's
getting
crazy as hell.
Cody was getting into how much. Cody was getting into how much like marketing and all that, and that's why you pay a quarterback this and that. But the quarterback ain't everybody's favorite player on their team, bro.
But you
No,
literally
no.
talking about the guy who touches
It's the most
the
important
football every
player.
time.
It's the most.
It's the most important
You
player.
literally
the most
talking about the
important
guy
player
who
on your
touches the
team.
football every time.
It's the most important player on your team.
Everybody says that touch the football shit. The center does too. So should he get paid?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
The center does too.
Twan, you a genius.
The center touches the ball every play.
I was a center. I touched the ball every play.
You a genius. Wow. Okay.
Drop the rock.
Wait. I want to ask
I won't tell nobody that again. Don't say that again, though, Twan. Don't you ever say that again. Don't you ever say that again.
Is the only one who touched the ball.
Don't you ever say, I'm gonna call you a genius, but you don't ever say that again. Don't ever tell nobody that shit again.
The center does touch the ball every game.
Let me ask you.
Don't you ever.
I've got the motherfucking rock on y'all. What's up? Twan, I have a question for you. My question is, okay, like the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs, they in recent years have had a lot of flux at the wide receiver position. Yet that organization doesn't matter as much because of the quarterback that they have under center.
When do they have flux like receivers?
Patrick Mahomes bought a receiving core of a lot of young dudes and nobodies to
Well, what did the Buffalo Bills do?
No.
Speedsters.
No, Cody. Creed Humphreys is more important than Patrick Mahomes. Don't you say
But
that?
what about you brought up the Bills? Wait a minute. When has the Bills been successful without the receiving core? So Cody. No, Cody. Cody, you brought up the Buffalo Bills. When has the Bills been successful without the receiver core?
I'm saying this year they're moving on.
This is the first time.
Right, but they're comfortable doing so. Why? Because
Who's been worth the fuck there besides
You
Diggs?
better
That
hope.
was my question, and now he ain't even there. So what are they about to really do?
That's why.
Forget the Bills. Talk about Kansas City. They were able to have an entirely different.
Let's be real. Their number one receiver is Kelsey.
Patrick Mahomes.
Their number one receiver is Kelsey.
It doesn't matter. Patrick Mahomes is the reason they have.
You don't think Kelsey doesn't matter?
Not more than Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, that's his main target.
That's his only target, really. That's
So
like
if they
saying.
didn't have my- if-
That's
if they
like
didn't
saying
have
Greg Olsen
Mahomes
didn't
and they
matter.
had Kelsey, would they be a Super Bowl winning team?
No.
Probably not. No.
Okay, we just seen them get rid of Tyreek Hill, arguably the best receiver, and boom, they kept rolling because they had the
had
quarterback
Kelsey.
and the coach.
If they don't have Kelsey, then what do they have?
Mahomes. No, Kevin. It was the guy that was limping around on one leg in the Super Bowl. That's who it was.
What did Kelsey do? What did Kelsey do in that Super Bowl? What did Kelsey do in that Super Bowl?
Who had to deliver him the ball?
What did Kelsey do in that Super Bowl?
Stop
You talking crazy? You talking crazy?
Don't look up the stats. Let's look up the stats.
You talking crazy?
Why didn't
I ain't say nothing about no Creed Humphreys.
Kansas City? Why didn't Alex Smith win the Super Bowl?
Look, man, we all know if Kelsey.
They had winning seasons because Alex Smith is horrible.
All right, still didn't get over the hump until they had Patrick Mahomes.
Well, duh. But they already had talent around him.
Yeah. If Kelsey ain't on that team, Patrick Mahomes ain't winning no damn
They
Super
had
Bowl.
talent around Alex Smith. Alex Smith didn't do it.
Alex Smith was
Listen, I understand what you're saying about the quarterback. I do. I watch football. I'm into it.
Did they pay Alex Smith the number one most amount of?
Shut up when I'm talking.
How dare you?
Shut the hell up. Now,
Listen,
I don't
I
appreciate
understand
that.
that a lot.
I
But
don't
I
appreciate it.
also want to say it's still a team sport. No matter how much
It
you want to
is.
say the
It's the
quarterback
ultimate
is
team
great, the
sport.
quarterback is phenomenal, the quarterback is the god of football. The quarterback will not be good without a left tackle or a qualified center.
That's true.
Hey, Pickle, what
Look,
That's why. That's why Kansas City lost to Tampa. That's why Kansas City lost to Tampa.
Pickle, hey, Pickle, what if the O-line got mad and was like, look, y'all ain't paying us like y'all need to pay us, so I ain't going to block for this motherfucker then, bro.
Yeah, that should happen. That should happen.
He's a dead
you know
man,
what?
Swanee. You know that.
Imagine Sunday if all of a sudden
Ain't no way hell you going to just keep dumping money in on one position.
They
For
just
me,
stepped out of the way.
You better pay me too.
And every team in the NFL on week 1, all the offensive linemen just stepped out of the way. Imagine the reaction of the NFL head office.
Yeah, but okay, what
It's
do
a
we do?
team sport. Nobody's doing that, bro.
Yeah,
Let's stay
no,
realistic.
If you promote the quarterback
No,
as
no
the,
one's
as the
saying
leader
that. Yeah.
and the god of
Pickle's right,
football,
bro.
No
it is
one's
not a team
saying
sport.
that. No one's saying that.
Everybody steps into the locker room knowing the quarterback's the
the
guy.
most important position
No,
on the
man,
field.
that's just
It
what
is the
motherfuckers
most
be told
important
every year,
position.
bro.
It should get more money than anybody
Hey,
else.
have
It
y'all
is so
seen-
good it should get its own cap dollars. That's what you're
Have
saying.
y'all seen- let me ask you.
Hey,
Have y'all
Cody,
seen
hey,
that
Cody,
show?
I got the perfect scenario, Cody. What if all the podcasters we all did our thing, and let's just say the Carolina Panthers all paid us, you know what I'm saying, the same amount of money, but then they say, well, C3 been around the longest amount of time, and they probably the most important podcast, and we're gonna pay Cody 3 times as much. Man, fuck Cody, man. I need to get my money too, bro.
Stop
I
pocket
don't like that
watching.
analogy.
Stop
I
pocket
don't like that
watching.
analogy.
Stop pocket watching. Stop pocket
I
watching.
don't.
If that's what they deem that he is more important, if he is more important than the rest of y'all, that's what I did. Stop pocket watching, man. That's your problem.
Nothing.
Stop pocket watching.
Nothing that a podcast says affects the team's winning.
Hold on.
You gotta pay me when you owe me, bro.
Let's get one thing
Nothing
clear.
that's going on in the podcast affects the team
That's a
winning.
problem, man.
Let's
You
get
gotta
one
pay
thing
me
clear.
what you owe me.
Let's
If
get
I'm
one
working
thing
harder
clear.
than
Hold on,
Cody, ain't no way you gonna pay him more, bro.
Hey, let me pop and then go.
Then do a better job than Cody then. Do a better job than him.
Yeah, boy,
Exactly.
really.
That's what I said in
Wait,
my
wait,
example.
Do a better job than him. Stop pocket watching and do a better job than him.
Hold on,
Hey,
hold on.
slow down, bro. Slow down.
Hold up, Pop and
That's
then,
what I said.
Colby. Go ahead, Pop.
So let's not get one thing fucked up, right? Even if Kelsey not on there, I think the coaching is so good on Kansas City that they can find another tight end to do a good ass job. Let's not disrespect.
Kelsey's job. Not Kelsey's job.
I didn't say he has to be Kelsey. You're not. I'm not saying he has to be Kelsey. I think because of the quarterback that is the face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes has enough talent in his body. We see it every day, like Goat said, him jumping on one leg and still scrambling, still throwing dimes. Trust me, they can find another tight end. He don't have to be as good as Kelsey, but they got Patrick Mahomes. And that coaching staff does a hell of a job coaching, and they draft well. They just flip it. But at the same
Patrick
time,
Mahomes is the GOAT. I ain't arguing with that.
Twan, if you do not have players going out here busting their ass and hitting these incentives and getting some of the money that they're getting, then you're never going to encourage players to do better, to train harder, to go further. You
Get better than him.
Get better. You do better or get gone. That's it. So nobody gonna sit here and not block because there's so many other good players that would love to take your spot in the NFL.
Okay.
And also keep in
If
mind.
I'm better than you, pay me.
Exactly.
Stop pocket watching.
Hey,
That's the point. That's the point that I made.
Hold on, Twan. The amount of television.
I said if I'm working harder, I should get paid about the same
and
money.
again, this goes back to what Goat was saying earlier. If these quarterbacks are getting that kind of money, imagine how much fucking cheddar these owners are making off of that quarterback. And are making off of that player that they signed. And by the way, Trigger said it earlier. You have Justin Jefferson at wide receiver, who's now eating up a ton of the salary cap. So now it's going to get to a point where you're going to have to choose between your best non-quarterback player and the quarterback.
Why do the Vikings have Justin Jefferson to begin with? Why do they have Justin Jefferson to begin with?
You don't even have a quarterback.
Because they didn't want to pay Diggs.
Yeah, and then they did pay Justin Jefferson.
You missed the fact that he's just good as hell too. An 1,800-yard receiver.
Yeah.
They just traded away Diggs.
Diggs ain't no Jefferson. Diggs ain't no Jefferson, bro.
But nobody knew Justin Jefferson was going to be this type of Justin Jefferson.
Maybe. Hold on.
Over Diggs?
That's the point. Hold on. Let's because we're not about to compare Diggs to Jefferson. They've both been in the league for several years.
So I'm talking about undrafted Justin Jefferson.
That's not even the point, because it don't matter when they got drafted. They've both been in the league several years now. So
and they could have paid Diggs. Instead, they drafted a rookie to replace him.
Why? Okay, stay right there. Why Diggs keep going to all these different teams? Obviously, there's something wrong with fucking
Because
Diggs.
he can't get along with the motherfuckers on the team.
There you go.
So
Stop. No, it's not about we didn't know Jefferson, this, that, and other. He had every opportunity to shut the fuck up and ball. He decided to be a diva. He
But
got
you can
traded.
definitely compare him to him, though. You
cannot, because he don't put up.
The Titans traded away A.J. Brown because they didn't want to pay him.
Talking about
Go. I'm tagging you in. I'm not about to argue this shit.
Oh, and by the way, in the AFC Championship game, Kelsey had half the yard.
I can't do it. So Creed Humphreys is the most important player on Kansas City.
Go look at the AFC Championship game. Kelsey had half of the passing yards.
But it feels like everybody's pushing everyone to the extreme that they're not in. We're not saying that, the quarterback is the most important player. And the opposite end of the spectrum is also true. Like, you have to have a good enough quarterback to make your team relevant. Like, say what you want. It doesn't matter what type of defense the Carolina Panthers build. If nobody believes in Bryce, then we're dead on arrival. That quarterback, whether you like it or not, that is the pulse of your NFL team. You ever see that show Deadliest Catch, and they go out in the Arctic Ocean and catch crabs and shit? Well, the captain of that boat makes more money than all the other crew that are working down there on the deck. There's a reason why there are pay scale differences like that. It doesn't mean that boat captain could go fishing without his crew, because he couldn't. It takes the whole team. But the captain is the one that's commanding the most respect, the most dollars, and making it possible for everyone else, really. So my main point in all of this,
how many good captains are there, though?
If it allows you to pay your other players more money, then I am all in support of giving the quarterback their own salary cap.
I'm for not having a salary cap.
Build on this shit.
I'm with not having a salary cap altogether.
I'll stand on
Well,
the
yeah,
rock
we have
and say
David Tepper.
That's a dumb idea. It sets a wrong precedent up to the rest of the players that the quarterback is more important. The position is more important than what you're playing. I totally disagree with that. But I just disagree. And besides all that, what happens? Okay, San Francisco don't spend a lot of money.
Y'all been brainwashed to believe that shit, man. For real.
San Francisco doesn't spend that much at all on quarterback.
That's an outlier.
So
they got lucky, Pickle.
I know that, but let me finish what I'm saying. So, okay, in that scenario, what happens to that remaining cap? It just sits up there.
I wish I would stop using the 49ers.
Because if you have one,
they're such a wild.
Okay, how about the Raiders? How about the Raiders?
The Raiders have not had sustained success.
How about the Seahawks?
They haven't had sustained success.
How about the Seahawks?
None of those teams you're naming have had sustained success.
The Seahawks have in the last couple of years?
Okay, they were good.
They had one Super Bowl.
They didn't make the playoffs.
I'm talking about the last couple of years. They have winning seasons. They've been in the playoffs, haven't they? That's
2 years ago they made the playoffs, and then they didn't last year.
Man, you got
guys are not.
What did Denver do with Russell
Wilson?
Wilson?
The playoffs.
That motherfucker's
Guys are not getting paid because they feel like they can get them to the
Wait,
playoffs.
so hey, hold on. Look,
He's already not in Denver, Kev.
hey, hold on. Time out. I told
Exactly.
Kobe that
I'm gonna pay you $500 million for a playoff
I
trip.
told Kobe that you could go, but before he does trade, did you still have to get out of here?
Yeah, I gotta get out of here in a minute. But listen,
All right,
man,
man.
if you
All
want
right, you want me
if
to-
you want
you
to
want me
win,
Yeah, go ahead.
if you want to win, play well on offense, defense, and special teams. You got to have a good roster. It's going to start with the quarterback. The front office is going to decide, hey, do we want to let this guy walk? Do we want to keep this guy? Can we sell tickets? Can we contend with this guy? If the answer is yes, 9 times out of 10, he's going to get a bag. But fuck all this quarterback talk and all these other teams talk. This is the Panther Podcast. I love my Panthers. I love the blueprint. I wish they were longer. I wish we got more of them.
Yeah.
And I like watching the last episode that came out, and it felt so good to watch. It felt so good to watch Dan Morgan in the draft room running the show. Hey, this is who I want. They offered this trade. I'm not taking it. They offered this trade. We're taking it. Nobody's asking Tepper for permission. They telling them what they doing. I love that, man. Keep pounding. I'll holler at y'all next week. What's a
Keep
shame?
pounding, nigga. We
I got a
appreciate
look.
it.
I got like. Let me get like 2 minutes to go back and forth with Twan because I like going back and forth with dudes, man. He like my Panther Podcast. Skip Bayless, man. What's up?
Yeah, hey, bro. Look, nah, I ain't Skip. Yeah, I'm not Skip.
Skip.
Look, man. Look, bro. Look, it's fun. It's funny to me when we still getting hyped up on fucking hype videos, man. That shit's funny to me, man. That shit don't mean nothing, man. But I want to get back to with this quarterback shit because I feel like Kev made a lot of great points to start off with. I'm looking at the list. You got in the Super Bowls, man. You got Mahomes, back to back. Then you got the Rams. Hold up. I get an echo.
Yeah, there's an echo. Somebody.
That ain't me though.
No,
That's me. That's me. My bad.
Okay. All right, so what? Tom Brady before he left, Mahomes again, Tom Brady, Nick Foles, Tom Brady. Shit, when we lost, Tom Brady. Kev said, "Look, why are we paying all these quarterbacks? It's the same fucking guys, bro."
Yeah.
If Patrick Mahomes ain't getting paid the top money, then no other quarterback should be getting the money that he makes, bro.
He's 9th overall in pay.
It's got to be based on the best. That cap got to be basically based on the best. Like saying, if Mahomes make this, then nobody is going over that.
What?
I mean,
that's not the way. That's not the way it's gonna work, bro. We got
the way the real world works, man. That ain't the way the real world works, bro.
Let's
that's anti-capitalist,
stop hating on the
bro.
blueprint, bro. It's July. We got no football. That's the closest thing we get.
It gives
us an exclusive look at what's going on.
That's how the NFL is ran.
Twan.
If they talking about a cap, I'm just giving a suggestion of how they should
You're not
cap
hearing me. If they pay you $50 million and you're one of the best at your positions, and then I come along next and accomplish more than you, then they better damn well pay me more than they're paying you. It's the next man up.
Who's doing more than him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can weigh in here. It's called capitalism, and it happens all
Who's
the time.
doing more than him?
Players' phones get more.
But where do they get the argument that they're doing? Wait a minute, no. You just said it.
Bro,
Cody.
Trying to kill my point.
Cody made his point. He said, if I'm doing better than him, who's doing better than Mahomes right now?
I think everybody's lost the original question. The original question, if I'm not mistaken,
I don't remember it,
was involving should the quarterback position have its own cap?
Yes.
I think Christian makes a good point here. If you're the Carolina Panthers, you don't have, or the other teams, as you know of, we've already mentioned them, the 49ers, maybe the Raiders, you don't have a lot headed to cap. But what happens then? You're some teams who have these superstar quarterbacks, they probably have a lot going to the quarterbacks. What happens to the remaining cap? Does it just sit there unused?
I'm saying if they ever gonna do a cap
they don't do that. They have to spend the money.
Yeah, I'm just supplying.
Well, I mean,
like,
but if it's only for the quarterbacks, as the question is,
right,
then it just sits there unused.
Hey, by the way,
just for the quarterbacks.
Hey, I just want to read this. Hey, hold on, I just want to read this. Shout out to Christian Hunt for the $2. It says quarterback cap only benefits teams with a star quarterback.
Good.
And I think there's probably some truth to that.
Yeah, so that's my point on, and I'm gonna drop the quarterback on my conversation.
Okay.
Why the fuck should you be rewarded?
Wait. I've been telling my guy Cole that I'll let him get in for like 20 minutes. Cole, jump in on the convo, bro.
What it is and how I feel is two totally different things with this shit, Cody. If you want to act like the quarterback's not important right now, you're just fucking lying to yourself, because the rules that are catered to them and these wide receivers is absolutely ridiculous. The football I knew and grew up on, you would give your top dollar money to these defensive players to shut them down. So to save a long story, that's the main thing I got to say about that. I feel like I'm from the era where you paid the big time players on defense to knock the quarterbacks, wide receivers, and running backs' heads off, dude. And you can't do that shit no more. So all your money has to go into the people that give you touchdowns, because these defenders are handcuffed.
Yeah,
absolutely.
There you go.
I got a curveball to throw at y'all real quick.
The quarterback got to throw it to somebody.
Hold on.
He got to hand it off to somebody.
He does.
All right, go ahead, Pop. Go ahead, Pop.
So
let's
God damn.
Al,
go ahead.
Imagine, right, that this did happen, right? Okay. Can y'all imagine that we still had our old GM who manages the QB money now? Like I don't, man, listen, there's already dumb enough organizations paying too much money for certain people. But that's going to be a whole nother problem, because if they don't know how to invest their money right, or how to give who money, it's going to be even more problems we're going to have. So I think it needs to stay where the fuck is at, because some of these guys, we literally got rid of Amir Suleiman, which I was so glad that we did, because he didn't know how to do shit with the cap. He was fucking up with these contracts that he was using and that he was doing. So I just think it would be even a more level of high intensity of people getting angry about who's getting paid.
Yeah.
So with the Carolina Panthers, who should be the highest paid player on our team right now?
Xavier.
Who should be the highest paid player? Who should be the highest paid player on the team right? I know you're joking with that shit, but who should be the highest paid player?
JJ Jansen.
What's going on, C3 Panthers Podcast? This is Xavier Lee here. I just want to shout y'all out and say what's going on, man.
Dan Morgan?
Derek Brown.
Derek Brown.
What's going on, man?
That's my only. Derek Brown's my only answer.
He rubbed your ball,
hey,
so
let me,
it should be okay.
Adam didn't play pretty good. Maybe
Hey,
It should be Derek Brown. It should be Derek
hold on.
Brown.
Let me welcome my man Strats into the building on
Thanks,
the convo. Welcome, Strats. What do you got for the convo?
I just want to say there's a difference between who you think should be paid the highest and who actually gets paid the highest.
Yes.
So
I think we all
let's
knew
not
that.
forget this is based off position. Position gets paid the highest, and if you don't think quarterback gets typically paid the highest, and like it depends on variables, but that's why quarterbacks get paid the highest amount typically. In this case, I don't know what is the highest contract that we have right now. I know it's not Bryce's contract. These rookie.
Boy, with the Jaguars.
I don't know. Our team.
Taylor Moton.
Brown or Taylor Moton?
Yeah. Right now, wow. Dude, hey, how about this? It's Taylor Moton by a mile. It's Taylor Moton at $29 million. The next isn't until Austin Corbett at $10 million.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, see,
look for that to change over the next few years, depending on, but.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we have so much.
Currently, as it stands, next year it's the same way. It's Taylor Moton at $29 million and Austin Corbett at $7 million.
Because we
Moton. I love
whichever the fuck way you want to put it.
It's an inside joke that's been going on for years.
This right here, actually, the Panthers should have been in a full-fledged rebuild. So it shouldn't have been too much of nobody. because they should have tore this shit down to the studs.
Bro, you love that word, bro. You love that word rebuild.
And so, right, this is 2025
until that
right
happens,
here.
Twan, you're gonna be in the situation you're in right now, bro.
Hey,
That's why we can't pay nobody, because we were so in the black money for so long. That's why Taylor Moton is the highest paid, because we couldn't pay nobody else.
Hey, and let me tell you what, it's right now in life, it's damn good to be Taylor Motrin. I'll tell you that. The next 2 years, my brother,
he wanted his money in Bitcoin.
30, bro, I'm telling you. And look, so this is 2025. Then it goes Robert Hunt next year at 21 million. Then Derek Brown at 19 million. 2026. Let's see, would be Derek Brown at 24.5 million. So basically, Derek Brown and Robert Hunt, they're about to clean out the next few years.
Yeah, he should have been on rookie contracts building through the draft.
And if they do what they're supposed to, Cody, worth every fucking penny if they can get me into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Playoffs.
If they can get us to the playoffs in their contract, playoffs.
That's the thing, man. It's like saying, so we ain't got another quarterback, so we gotta pay Bryce. Man, fuck that shit, man. No, you don't, man.
By the way, this is why
y'all like they damn coach.
Like, okay, earlier y'all
that's not how it works.
But hold on, earlier y'all honed in when I said the 49ers. But really, what I meant is the Miami. What I meant is the Miami Dolphins.
Sound like you don't know who I am.
Miami Dolphins. Would y'all really pay Tua over $60 million?
No. The man got Tyreek Hill.
Hold on. This is the thing, though, Cody. The reason why he's going to get paid, because how many games they're going to win, they're not going to be in that high ranking of getting a quarterback.
If they go to the AFC title game, he's getting that money, boy. You better believe that shit.
That's exactly.
He ain't getting there.
Hold on. Let me finish. That's why Atlanta, when they got Michael Penix, because they knew 9 times out of 10 they're going to have a pretty good record. They're not going to be picking in the first round very high.
Hey, Cole, I got a question for Cole.
Yes.
Hey, Cole, don't you agree, though, that most NFL teams, unlike any other sport, overspend on quarterbacks after they have one good year?
Absolutely, because it's greed, Twan. You know that shit. I'm not letting my quarterback walk to go play good somewhere else, even if he give me one good year. That's the mentality.
That don't mean he's gonna give it back. That don't mean he's gonna give it back to you. That don't mean he's gonna give it to you again. So, because we see what quarterbacks get paid all the time.
No, I'm with you.
I'm telling you, you are never hungry. You are never hungry as you are for your second contract. The hunger is not there no more, bro. It's not the same.
That's no.
It's not the
data
same,
doesn't
bro.
support that. I'll give you that. Maybe that is the case in a certain percentage, sure, but that's not how every single contract goes down.
You got data that tracks people's mentality.
No, I'm talking. You made a statement that said that people, when they get paid, don't perform well, and after they get paid. That's basically. Is that not what you said?
I said a lot of people don't perform well after they get it. I didn't say all. I said a lot of them don't. I'm not talking Spanish. We see it all the time.
Fair, but a lot would suggest like majority, and I don't think that that's the case. But if you want, I'll run the numbers this week, and I'll let you know.
Okay, hey Kev. So they're saying that when you pay a quarterback, that he sustains his talent or he gets better all the time.
No, it's
no
not.
One said that.
Most quarterbacks go downhill after they get paid, bro.
Don't put words in people's mouth. That's not what happened.
Kevin, you gotta learn to fix the virtual background so that way your picture actually shows. Can't nobody read.
Well, I'm on my phone. I can't get it to stretch out. I can only do it on laptop.
Kevin's trying to dunk on me. Like
put it up. Show him. Show everyone.
No, you show him. Figure out how to do it.
I can't do it on the cell phone.
Yes, you can. Figure out how to do it.
You gotta do it on the laptop. You can't do it on the phone.
What are you trying to do?
I can't figure out how to do it on my computer.
Maybe I can help. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to expand my picture.
Oh,
so okay, you see how he has
Twitter, and then we can post it.
Well, no, Kev, go to your settings.
I am.
Go to virtual background.
All right.
turn on, I have a green screen. Say you have a green screen, even though you don't.
And load the picture in it.
Yeah, then you load.
Yeah, I can,
Genius. I didn't even think about that.
yeah, I can do that on the laptop. I can't do it on my phone.
You see how mine is? Yeah, but you just have to load up a picture from your phone. Why? It doesn't give you the same options?
No.
Oh.
Man, all we need to do is hear Kevin, bro.
It's probably on a,
all we need to do is hear him.
If you just post it in Twitter. Sorry,
just put my profile picture up. I do all this extra shit.
Anybody trying to see that shit?
Hey man, why you got that damn South Carolina shit, Cody, for your profile on Twitter?
But did y'all not see the video?
There's a whole thing.
I lost the bet, but I told Kev if he could get Xavier Legette to shout out C3, then I would change my profile pic for.
I love the words too. The picture is legendary. It'll go down in history for C3.
Did you write that for him to post that?
It is. No, so it's in my twinned or my pinned comment on Twitter.
Oh, gotcha.
But he just sectioned off my profile picture with that.
Oh, so he sent you the picture that he was like, "Hey, post. This is the picture I want."
Well, I just changed my logo to a Gamecock logo, but the picture that he's trying to show is me with the Gamecock logo, saying this picture will go down in history.
It was the picture from Monster Subs.
Oh, that's really funny. That's even better. Layers on layers.
Trying to help him do it.
But also, and I'm gonna let Pop go. But I basically owe him because we pretty much we're probably gonna get Xavier Legette.
Oh, y'all got in touch with him?
Well, I ain't gonna review everything, but let's just say that's probably gonna happen. That's probably gonna happen.
Hell yeah! I'm glad I can help.
Next question is, I guess no, it's not even a question. It would probably be you and Tony and CK and would Greg. Greg must come back for that, right? He has to.
So yeah, we're already doing the talks. We're gonna.
I get to have one question. You can ask him, but I get to have the question.
Oh, to Xavier? Oh yeah, no doubt.
That's a fair deal. You should get 5 questions. Shit.
Yeah, you made it happen. I thought you asked.
Hey man, Papa had a question, man.
Go ahead, Pop.
No, I was just gonna ask Kev, how was the experience? Did you get to shake hands with him or anything like that? Because I don't know how your experience was when you got to talk to him.
What was that?
He said, "How was your experience with Xavier? Like, how?"
He was cool as hell, man. Even the bartender, after he left, said, like, he was really chill. Like most times, they get athletes to come in and do, type of meet and greet signings. They're usually kind of assholes, but he was kind of cool. They said.
He seems like a down to earth dude.
He's definitely a country dude.
Yeah,
that's what he is.
But he seems like
he got his manners and everything. He'd be like, "Yes, yeah, man."
But y'all see the clip of him trying to put on the helmet? It was like, bro, this ain't.
That shit was funny. I like the part where he said, "I got the big buck."
Yeah. Bro, I think he's the homie. That's my new favorite player on this team, bro.
May I also add something?
Yeah, man.
And I got to bounce anyway because I got some Italian food I ordered. I
Yeah,
got my hand up. You know what I mean?
I'm actually getting ready. So you know what? I actually do have to jump a little early. Let's do this. I'm gonna get everybody's final thoughts for the show, and then I'm gonna let everybody enjoy their Friday night with their families, have a couple beers. I'm gonna do the same thing. Stats, we appreciate you, brother. Give me your final thoughts, man.
Yeah, I appreciate all of you. Like I say every single time, your opinions help shape mine. So I'm open to hearing everyone's opinion, and I love to hear them. That's what makes this a conversation and not an argument. Sometimes it is fun to argue. It gives you a little bit of some highlight reels,
it's
right?
Debate. Just a debate. It's not argument.
Debate. Sometimes it does switch to argument. All right, I'm getting off topic, but I agree with you. I do like debates. I'll just keep it short and sweet on that note and say, I want to point out the thing I was going to say before this was before I knew you were ending the show was there are things that I think we can pick up from. We need to see them play. How many times have I been? I feel like I've been saying that for months now. We need to see them play, but there are things that we can extrapolate from the film sessions that they've had, with it gets kind of weird to say, but even like the eye motions of like who's looking where at what point and those little subtleties, you can pick up on certain things with that. And I'd say, generally speaking, I'll leave it at my gut for the past several years, comparing date to date to date to date, I do feel a lot more comfortable, I'll say, in the decision making that I've seen so far. My gut is telling me that. I don't have any data to support that. My gut is telling me that. As we get closer to the season, we'll have more data. All right, I'll leave it at that. And I wish all of you a wonderful weekend. And thank you for the time. And I love you all. And I appreciate it.
Yeah, love you, brother Strats. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you, as always. Our brother Strats always bringing great conversation to the free for all. Strats, have a great night. Enjoy your Italian food, man.
Thanks.
All right. Cole, so let me get Cole in on this thing, man. Cole, holla at me, bro. Give me your thoughts for the show. Cole, you there? I got you.
Now you do.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
My fault. My phone was locked up.
You're
I couldn't unfreeze myself. Nothing, man. Every Friday that comes and goes, Cody, we're getting, 1 week closer to the season, man. I got goes for the same tonight. I appreciate you as always, dude. Keep pounding.
Yes, sir. Keep going. Or keep pounding, brother. Kyle, I'm sorry, brother. I got to get out a little bit early tonight, man.
Hey, bro, you're cool. I made it.
You made it.
I worked both my jobs today.
Yeah, you made it by the skin of your teeth, brother. Hey, I appreciate you as always. I'm gonna let you get in.
Man, Cody ain't got shit to do tonight, man.
Man, shut your ass up, Tom.
He capping like shit, man. Hey, Kevin, he capping, ain't he?
Nah, you don't even know.
Let him go play the game if he wants to, Twan.
He gonna watch anime.
Shit to do tonight.
He gonna watch them anime.
But for real though, like I don't even have to watch the show, and I see the panel, and I already know it was a great show.
Oh man, it was a spirited show as always, man. But Kyle, I'll let you say whatever you want and take your time because you didn't get a chance to speak a lot. But on anything that we talked about today, would you, the stadium in 2046, Adoree Jackson, anything that we kind of spoke about today?
2046. 2046 is not. Charlotte won't have a sports team.
Oh damn, dude.
I mean,
that might be true, bro.
Look at its
Charlotte not might be around in general.
The world might not be around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There might be apartment buildings where Bank of America is. But
hey, Cal, I seen two articles about from two respected Panthers writers and beat writers talking about, if all this shit doesn't get resolved, like money wise, and if the city don't trust Tepper or whatever, asking, will this team be moved?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or will he try to move it? Let me put it that way.
Tepper will definitely try to move this. Like I look at it holistically, and like if Charlotte says no to Tepper and is like, hey man, you're worth $20 billion, like you can definitely handle this yourself. He goes, okay, you're right, I can. He's like, but I got 5 other cities that are saying that they'll build the whole damn thing for me. So I mean, so like from a business perspective, what is Charlotte to Tepper? Other than a business venture that he had, like he came from Pittsburgh. He's not from here. Like it's almost gullible to think that if Charlotte doesn't give him the money, that he'll stay. That's gullible. Like the guy is about his money. Like he's gonna go get that shit. And I guarantee you that there's at least 5 cities that the NFL that they would approach the NFL and say, "Hey, we are ready for this team."
Well, let me ask you.
I can only name one.
Well, hold on, but that's what I was about to ask. We don't have to start a whole nother convo, but like, what cities are you talking about? Because I agree with
just
Kev.
Austin.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. To me, Austin, Texas, is the only other team that really makes sense from a market standpoint. But then you're looking at 3 NFL teams in the state of Texas.
Well,
And I
yeah,
don't
but it'd be the same for Florida, but Florida would be in the running too. And you can't say that 3 teams is too much for a state that has almost, a tenth of the population in it. So
I mean, California has like 5.
Yeah, I could see another team in California, another team in Texas, another team in Florida, another team in New York.
But they have to build the stadiums. And like Oakland didn't even have a football. Oakland didn't even have a football stadium. That's why they left.
Well, yeah, but then you think about team states like Kansas, the Dakotas,
I think Oklahoma
Oklahoma, Nebraska, Wyoming, all these states that don't have an NFL team. Their best city could also just pitch.
But where's the money in those states? There's no money really in those.
Nah, they all lined up.
It's not like Charlotte's sitting on a gold mine and nobody else wants it.
But it is fastly growing, unlike the other states.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm saying it's not like it's something that only Charlotte can put money on.
I think it's
anybody can pay for.
I think moving the team is a lot harder than people think it is.
But it
wasn't hard for Oakland.
I think
because they don't have a stadium.
I think
it was very easy.
I think it's conceited to think that Tepper won't move it just because you don't want him to move it.
He bulldozed the house, his boss's house.
It's not unusual for me to see, or it's not surprising rather, for me to look and say those ones who are screaming he won't move are the ones who currently live in North or South Carolina. Those who do not live in North or South Carolina can honestly see Tepper moving it. Those who live there can't do it.
If Charlotte doesn't pay for it, man,
they're going to pay for it. I just don't know if they're going to give that amount.
But it is not the shining star in the middle of the night that some folks want it to be.
Right.
If Tepper feels
because all those spots are taken,
else, he'll go regardless.
But I will say though, my final thing on it is I don't think that there's instantly just a better bet for David Tepper. And again, maybe Austin, but just because it's seemingly everything and everyone is going to Austin, Texas right now.
It's a lot of other states that'll take that.
Hold on. But tell me, how are they better than Charlotte? Keep it
financially.
Bigger markets.
But hold on. How many of them are a more major?
He just told you because they are willing to build it all for him, bro.
Right.
Tepper, look, y'all say billionaires all the time. Billionaires don't become billionaires by giving away their fucking money. Tepper don't want to give away that money.
But how come St. Louis didn't build it?
Super petty.
How come Oakland didn't pay or St. Louis?
Because they didn't. St. Louis didn't want to.
Well, the Rams owner wanted to move back to LA.
Yeah, so the Rams owner moved.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with St. Louis. He just wanted to go back to LA.
Okay, let me ask you this. What if Tepper doesn't mind
the new football team left.
Okay, what if Charlotte turns them down? What if Tepper off St. Louis the same deal that he offered Charlotte?
I don't think St. Louis can do it.
They've already got a stadium there.
He wants it rebuilt.
Okay,
he wants some new shit.
Yeah, he wants a new.
If Tepper was elite, move that team out of Charlotte. Y'all economy would drop, bro.
The same type of deal.
Look, the Rams offered the city of St. Louis offered the Rams like 300 worth of renovations. Tepper is asking for like 600 million. Over 600.
Well, 300.
So St. Louis can only offer 300 million. What the fuck?
That was a few years ago.
I'm saying anything that you're saying another city can offer David Tepper, I think that Charlotte is going to be able to offer something.
Yeah, but the problem is, Cody, if they've turned him down, that means they're not going to offer him anything.
They're going to offer him money. I don't know if they're going to offer what he wants, but they're going to offer him.
I mean, I think
what Cal is trying to tell y'all is that Tepper got Charlotte by the balls, bro.
Yeah, if Monday Charlotte says we don't like this deal, and Tepper says okay,
who else is interested? I think you guys are going to be shocked with who else is interested.
I think there's a lot more stuff behind the scenes that have to go on.
And
definitely, 100%.
The NFL owners have to vote on all this.
Yeah,
it has to be voted on. But if somebody's willing to pay,
it's not a scenario that's going to fix itself.
You think Jerry Jones is going to allow the Panthers to move to Texas?
well, I'm saying like
Jerry
all
Jones-
the owners
Jerry
are going to
Jones
want.
have the- Jerry
So
Jones
owners
don't have
want
the
money,
only-
right?
Jerry
Owners want
Jones
money.
ain't got temper money.
Yeah.
So
But
like,
he has a lot of sway over what goes on in the NFL.
All right, I said that we wouldn't start a giant convo about this.
You
fucking
started it. We
thing.
just helped
I
people know
asked
it.
a simple question. No, I know, I did start it.
It's a good topic, man.
No,
It
it
is
is.
a good topic.
It is.
It is. It's better than the
I even,
quarterback.
somebody mentioned it to me earlier on Twitter, and we were talking about it, and it does bear a good discussion.
Yeah.
But
I've been talking about this on Spaces quite a bit.
yeah, we'll have a full
Hey, Pickle.
next
Pickle,
time
I've
we
been,
do.
Pickle, I've been telling him this shit. I've been telling him this shit for years.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they
I mean,
always keep telling me, "You crazy? He'll never move this
Yeah,
team."
yeah.
Ain't
All
nobody
right,
told that. Okay,
all right,
Kyle
this
and
is my
Toad can
final
tell you. I've
thing.
been talking about this a lot.
y'all got
You
some
will.
hurt ass feelings.
Yeah, we've been talking about this.
I do
Does-
think that the Charlotte City Council, even though it's way away, the fact that they're already talking to Tepper Sports and Entertainment about a new deal and a new stadium, I think that's Charlotte telling Tepper, "Hey, we're willing to play ball." And
That's just
they're
talk,
already,
bro.
they're already playing ball with the practice field that they're
Hey,
building.
Cal,
Yeah,
And think about this.
Vote on it Monday.
That's
aren't
just
they?
talk.
They're voting
The
on it
Teppers,
Monday. We'll know.
Yeah,
we'll
they're gonna vote. Yeah,
know
they're gonna
Monday
vote
evening
Monday.
about it.
I mean, they said the new stadium will be there in 2045.
Hey,
Tepper's not even
Cal.
going to be around.
Yes, sir.
Cal, tell them that's just talk.
It really
they can
is.
talk.
I mean, money
Talk
is money
talking
is
don't
gonna
hurt nobody.
money is gonna what's gonna influence Tepper.
But you know what? You know some crazy shit when it comes to like tax and shit, Cody. Like back in April, apparently in South Carolina, they had a bank account from taxes, and they found $1.8 billion worth of taxes that nobody knows where it's going for.
Oh my god, dude!
That's crazy.
They're like, it's like, who put this money here? We're like, what?
That's also like when they
It's
tell
like,
you
holy
that
shit!
they don't have, when they tell
How
you
you
that
lose
they
$1
don't
billion?
have money to pay,
Exactly.
you know that it's a lie.
Well, the guy is supposed to tell
Only
somebody.
in South Carolina can you do that.
The guy was supposed to tell somebody, and he didn't tell, I guess. And now
No,
they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do with the money. They said they don't know what to do with the money because they didn't know where it's supposed to be
If I
going.
was able to put $1 billion in the bank and not tell nobody, I guarantee you, y'all
Yeah.
would find
There's
out
no
later.
way. The IRS will be at your damn door tomorrow, bro.
All right, I'm moving the fuck on. Next up, from the Black Cat Panther Podcast, my bro, Poppin, back on the C3 Friday Free for All. I appreciate you, brother. Give me your final thoughts for the show, man.
Oh man, great discussion. Man, we ain't got very long, guys. You know, it's almost here. I can't wait. And the center should get paid the most money in the NFL.
Damn, you heard it here first. Pay them centers, dog. Pay them.
Pay 'em.
Next up, let me see who should go next. Kel, talk to me, dog.
It was fun discussion about stadiums and everything. I'm not worried about the team moving. I think they're going to pay
Shit.
Tepper. I think they're going to pay Tepper.
I hope so.
It's 99% chance it's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, it's not going to be the exact amount, but they're still going to pay him.
Yeah,
it's not going to go anywhere.
David Tepper is
Are you going to
a
fan
bully.
Hell no, I ain't going to no damn fan fest. I ain't going to that
He's
fucking
petty.
stadium.
He's
Yo,
petty.
watch your mouth. Be respectful of the real death.
I'm gonna run on the field and piss on it.
Nah, shit.
That was, by the way, that's want to be my topic. That was so dumb. They're gonna have it at Clemson Stadium. Yet we got 4 starting Gamecocks on the team, but they're not gonna go to Columbia.
There's a damn. We have a better everything than y'all. So just
There's nothing that Clemson that's going there.
Yeah, we do.
We have the best.
Kind of has a point. There's a lot of South Carolina players.
The most popular Gamecock is Javavion Clowney. He's on the team.
No. I guarantee you that if you had to ask every fan and player where they'd rather go, to Williams Bryce or
Yeah.
Clemson Memorial.
How many Gamecock play? How many? Wait.
Memorial, dog.
How many Gamecock fans are going there? Wait a minute. How many Gamecock? You just split the SC fan base in half. Because those South Carolina fans are going to go up there for fan fest.
Who gives a fuck?
They upgraded Clemson Stadium.
That's dumb business.
If they want to see the Panthers, then
Put it in Coastal.
take their ass up there.
Put it in Coastal. It's neutral.
No one's going all the way to the fucking coast.
Who doesn't want to go to fucking Myrtle Beach?
No.
The dirty Myrtle? Come on, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. Next up.
They ain't upgraded Clemson in 50 years.
But what do you mean? They just updated a brand new Jumbotron on the thing.
Oh, they got a bigger rock now?
It's like the biggest
They put a bigger rock in the stadium?
Bro, it's the biggest screen in the ACC.
They updated the rock.
We got two rocks now.
We have a much nicer stadium
They
than
put some
South
steps on that
Carolina.
bullshit ass
That
hill.
is hands fucking down. I'll tell you that much.
Nobody wants to party in Clemson, bro. They want to party in Columbia.
One of the biggest parties, man.
Nah.
All right, man. Moving on from this lame shit. From 704 Charlotte Bound Show, the homie Twan Don. Twan, talk to him, man.
The Raleigh Panthers 2029.
Ugh.
I'm leaving it right there.
Ugh.
I bet you will pay for that shit.
Hey, it's closer to me. It's closer to me. I'm cool.
I bet you will pay for that shit.
Hey, next up, my man Panther Pickle. He told Kevin to shut the hell up tonight, and I was here for it. Pickle,
that was uncalled for.
You liked it anyway. We know it. Y'all, me and Deez does a show a lot on Spaces. Here the last few days, but I want to shout out Strats for doing a show the other night. It was late, but he only had a couple of people showed up, but he did an excellent job, and with hope and luck, maybe he'll do some more. Appreciate Strats doing the show. Appreciate everybody that does the show on Spaces. Keep pounding, y'all, and remember something. If I may chime out to everybody, a lot of these Panther fans aren't core fans like we are. They're only their fanhood is holding by a thread. So sometimes they watch a podcast, sometimes they hear some of us talking, and they're learning to get more of their information off their podcasters because they can trust the podcasters. The podcasters ain't in it because it's their job. They're not in it because it's glory. They're not in it because they were hired to do that. They're in podcasters are in it because they're fans and they love it.
Right.
So when somebody asks you a question, be respectful of that question, because to you it may be a silly question. To them, it may be something they really want to know. So that's my message. Keep pounding. Go Panthers.
Pounding.
Pound keeping.
Whatever you do, shut the hell up.
That's pound keeping.
That's right. Let me see. Last but never least, my brother, the brand ambassador, D's Ill Skills. We let him sign us off on a Friday. D's, are you with me, brother?
Of course. Still here?
Yeah, I'm here, brother. Oh, and to mention, Twan, thank you so much for the wonderful impersonation last week. Bro, when I was watching it, I laughed, and I rolled off the bed into the floor, and I was still laughing into a puddle of tears from my laughter. It was absolutely hilarious. But I really appreciate it, Twan. And shout out to Aries Claire. She's been jumping into spaces and chatting with us. It's been a great time. Like Panther was talking about.
Yeah.
I really appreciate all the support from you guys and all the support that you show us as well. Because I try to get every 704 when I can, for sure. I remember I told Pickle last week I said 704 was the first podcast I found. I found 704 before I found C3. So always got love for you guys over there, and thank you, Twan, for joining once again tonight. It's always fun.
So why you get ambassador at 704 Charlotte Bell show that?
C3, baby.
I just put your ass on the spot right there.
Man, I'll help you. I'll help you anytime you need me, brother. I'm here for
So
you.
why the fuck did you join the C3 on me?
Because we got it going on over here, bro. You know.
He likes us better, brother.
That's right.
I see.
Don't hate on it. Just learn to love it, brother.
Oh,
C3,
baby,
It's about time for another show where we team up, man. We ain't done that in over a year.
Oh,
It's been
yeah,
longer than
yeah.
a year before 704 and
Give
Silver
it
teamed up.
your, give it your boy Cody, man. Give it your boy Cody.
I'm telling you.
Before the
Hey,
season
man.
starts.
Yeah, football is right ahead of us, man. We got so many opportunities coming up.
Yeah, we do. You know, I didn't get to talk about Jonathan Mingo tonight. Imagine if you were Jonathan Mingo on this Panthers team in 2024. They drafted Xavier Legette in the first round, traded up to do so. Well, that's a replacement. That hurts. They traded Adoree Jackson to bring in Deontay Johnson. And he's ahead of you as well in that depth chart. That kind of hurts too. This coaching staff went after a Jalen Coker, went after a Pickney from Coastal Carolina. And you have to wonder, are those guys ahead of me too? Because the coaching staff picked them. What a tough spot for our second-round draft pick of last year, Jonathan Mingo, to be in this situation. He's got guys in front of him. He's got guys behind him. All of them want his job. I just want you to put yourself in that situation. How hard would you work? How hard would you go out each and every day and practice with this Panthers team and push to make your roster spot and your mark on the NFL? And the same thing for TMJ. It was just earlier. He was a second-round pick as well. Does he even make the roster this year? These are two guys I think that are very interesting for this Panthers team and going forward the next few weeks as we talk and we watch training camp. Do they make plays for the Panthers? Can TMJ and Mingo find a way to impress this coaching staff? This coaching staff says nice things about them, but do they really mean it? We know about coach speak. We know about how these guys talk about these players. They'll never say anything bad against a player, and rightfully so. But in the back of their mind, is this a player that makes the team? I'd hate to be in either one of those situations if I was Jonathan Mingo or TMJ. But that's okay because I watched episode 2 of The Blueprint this week. I know Twan doesn't believe much in it. He doesn't get much from it, but I had a good time and I enjoyed it. And what I feel like and what I saw in The Blueprint episode 2 was Dan Morgan had control of that draft. And he was cooking alongside of Dave Canales. Both of them had their chef's hat on, getting ready to attack this Panthers team for this year. And not only did they have their hats on, they had a big pot of sauce in front of them. They kept stirring with that big wooden spoon, just working on this roster, bringing in free agents and bringing in draft picks, trying to make this Panthers team better, a team that's going to do better than 2-15, a team that's going to look like we traded up to the number 1 overall pick to draft Bryce Young for a reason. And one of those reasons is why Dave Canales has this great big shaker of spice. And he loves the spice, and he continues to put the spice in the sauce. And that spice is confidence, my friends. His positivity and his good attitude each and every day is going to give these players more confidence than they had last season. And if you ask me, that's the dish that our young quarterback ordered for this Panthers team. Keep pounding C3. We'll see you guys 7 p.m. next Friday.
C3 Nation. Until next time, keep pounding.